All right, what's good, people? What's going on? What's popping? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's up? Let me see if everything is looking right and crisp. I love it. It's looking good. I love it. What's going on, people? What up, Lucifer? Lucifer Rat Zinger. That's a funny ass name, bro. What up, Zario? The great Robbie, what up? Real Deal J, what's going on? Ryan was popping. Kenwood Drive was popping. So, today I wanted to talk about why women don't respect you. All right? You understand? And before we get into all of that, make sure you guys, of course, get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, the hard copy, and or the audiobook. Okay, so make sure you guys go to mrlocario.com and get that shit popping. Make sure you get this book. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. And also, make sure you guys join the Bad Boy membership. Okay, all of you should be on the Bad Boy membership, goddammit. You feel me? So, so I wanted to talk about, why women don't respect you. And I'll take some calls in a second, if people want to call up. But I just wanted to, talk about this real quick so we could just get this out there, right? The dudes are, you can get the ebook on Amazon if you want to get it on Amazon. Right? So hold on. Let me. I'm gonna go through like 5 minutes so that I could jump this topic off real quick, and then you guys start calling in and saying what you want to say, right? So the thing is this: the reason why women don't respect you, or you feel like you're not getting respect from women, it all boils down to you, in some form or fashion, not respecting yourself. It's really that simple. Now, some guys are going to be like, what are you talking about here, right? See, there will be women who are going to straight up disrespect you, right? But if you take that disrespect or you entertain her, that means that you don't respect yourself because you're not respecting yourself enough to tell this chick to get the fuck out your face. You feel what I'm saying? So if a chick just straight out is, disrespecting you, or you're trying to deal with a girl and she's on some disrespectful shit, if you don't respect yourself, you're going to entertain that. You see what I'm saying? And then therefore you're going to involve yourself in a woman who's disrespectful, and then you're going to be, you're going to get what what you're getting because you're dealing with that disrespectful chick. You see what I'm saying? But see, what you guys got to understand is this, is that, because I get a lot of dudes, they've been hitting me up and they're like, yo, these chicks out here is crazy. I even did a video earlier today where I was talking about how, you got some dudes who are out there who are paranoid in the game. They're like, oh, these girls out to get me and all this other shit. And I was saying, look, there's some bullshit ass chicks out there. There's some chicks who are going to do some foul shit, right? And you got to watch out for those chicks, right? I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm not saying the shit don't go down. I'm not saying that it's not, going on. What I'm saying, though, is a lot of times the reason why dudes, get disrespected is because they've allowed women to disrespect them, and then when they go and deal with other women, they can tell that you're the type of guy she can disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? It's really that simple. It's kind of like when you were in high school or junior high, whatever it was, and you had that one teacher you could sort of like, act the fool in their class. They ain't gonna do nothing to you. Like, fuck that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you're gonna disrespect them like the other kids is disrespecting them. You don't give a fuck. But then you had that teacher who was strict as fuck. You couldn't actually fuck with that teacher, and you showed him that respect. So women are the same way when they deal with guys. See, when you approach a girl and you're interacting with a girl, what happens is that she can see, based off of your reactions and based off of how you come at her, based off of the things you say, based off of your whole energy, she can see the type of dude you are, and then she knows, okay, do I need to act this way or act that way? Now again, you're gonna have chicks who are just all across the board they're just going to act belligerent, period. And again, those are the girls who you don't even pay any mind. You just brush past those women. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times, a lot of the disrespect you're getting, right, comes from how you're coming at women. You understand? See, it's always funny that guys never want to sort of like take responsibility for what part they play in the disrespect in these situations. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it's always, oh, this chick is crazy. She did this, she did that. Yeah, I feel you on that. But what did you do to allow? Because the thing is, if you coming up to me and you saying, yo, this girl, she keeps flaking on me. You know, she keeps switching the dates up, and she's, you know, she stood me up, right? My question to you is, why are you still dealing with her? Why are you still entertaining that? Why are you still involved with her? Right? See, you're taking part in the disrespect. You see what I'm saying? Like, you should have been charged that chick to the game. You see what I mean? So you got to understand that there's a lot of times where the disrespect that's going to happen is happening basically based off of how you're coming at her. And I know there's going to be some guys that are going to be like, oh no, but you know, there's some chicks, they're crazy, and they're going to say you did this, and they're going to do that to you, and they're going to act this way, and they're going to act that way. And a lot of this shit happens because you allow it to happen. You understand? Like, dudes be, you know, it's talking all that, oh, you know, women, they'll use you for your money. Really? How did they get your money? You gave it to them, maybe? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all wild in the chat room. You talking about, seems like you got to punch a girl in the face for her to respect you. And that's the thing. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Look, it's like this. If you chilling and you talking to a chick, let's say you see a chick and you try to holler at her, right? Now, let's say she's acting like a bitch, right? Or she's just ignoring you, or let's say she's responding to you very rudely, just in a rude manner, right? All you need to do is just, you know, keep the shit pushing. But most guys, they're gonna keep trying to keep make the shit, you know, trying to make this shit happen. Well, let me see who's this. What's going on? What's popping? Who's this?
What's up, Mr. Locario?
Yo.
Yeah, so I just had a question regarding. Can you hear me?
Say that again. What happened?
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I said, just a few nights ago I went out. So I had the situation that I go out with a friend of mine that I grew up with, but I feel like whenever I go out with them, it's like I don't have the confidence to go up and like talk to a lot of women. It's like I just like watch them do it. But this friend of mine is the same age as me. Growing up, it's like when we were in middle school and stuff, I was a lot more confident than him in things and like approaching women. I remember like the way I am now is the way he was with me. So recently he's had a girl. She was bad as shit. Like she's one of the prettiest girls ever. That in the college that he goes to. So I think it boosted his confidence. But I haven't really had that success yet. So recently we went out, and there's another bad girl he was talking to, and this girl's supposedly a virgin. She's like pretty bad, and she's known to like curve dudes left and right. Like she got tons of guys running after her, and you know, doing the stuff that you pretty much talk about, being needy and whatnot. And when we went out, she was like somewhat like grinding up on him, not really, but like, you know, getting close to him, like kind of asking him to chase her. And pretty much in the end, like he said that they went in the back of this the bar outside or something, and he tried to kiss her or something, and like one of her friends just like cock blocked him and like took her away from him,
right?
And you know, stuff like that. So how do I like build up my confidence like going out with this type of guy? Like what do I do? Because like he's getting success left and right, and should I go out myself, or like what should I do?
Well, the thing is, stop focusing on what he's doing. You feel what I'm saying? And if you are focusing on what he's doing, focus on what he's doing that's working, and then put it into your strategy. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
mean, like whenever we go outside, like we really don't like do much. Like he
mm,
just like goes around here and there, looks at some girl. Like he has very high standards,
mm,
and so he like judging based off of his like old girl,
mm,
and he still has her chasing after him as well
mm,
because he doesn't care about her.
mm,
That's another question I wanted to ask you, but I guess we'll get back to that later. But
mm,
so we don't really like spit game at like random girls, like you know what I mean. It's just like if you see something he really likes, which he doesn't really see a lot,
right.
he doesn't really go after. So we just end up like staring at the bars and like not doing anything. But this girl, like she's from our past, like we've all grown up together somehow.
Mm,
She went to our middle school and everything. But
right. And
after
see, the thing
puberty
is
and
this:
whatnot,
what it is you're focusing too much on your friend. You feel what I'm saying? See, what you got to
yeah,
understand is that in a game, right? You're going to learn based off of the experiences that you're having. So if you focusing on him isn't teaching you anything, then you're wasting your time focusing on him. You see what I'm saying? So if you focused on him and said, "Oh shit, I noticed he's doing this. I noticed he's doing that. I noticed this is happening. I could implement that into my game." You should be doing that. But if you just focus on him and not really learning anything, then you're wasting your time. Because the thing is, while he's talking to this girl, why aren't you going and talking to some girl in the spot? You feel what I'm saying? Why aren't you, why weren't you there to talk to the other girl that cock blocked him when he was trying to kiss the other girl? You see what I'm saying? Where were you at?
I wasn't really attracted to the other girl. I mean, me and him were pretty much going after the same girl, but it's like I was letting
You're going
him
after
go
the
after
same
her
girl.
more because he kind of like claimed that he wanted to hit and everything. And I was like, all right, fine. You know what? I'll let you do what you gotta do. And like
Right.
he was slowly like getting towards her and whatnot, building escalation and whatnot, like driving her ass and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
Well, that's the thing.
yeah, I'm in.
You just got to focus on your shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to focus on,
Yeah.
because I'm saying if you in the spot and your boy's talking to the other chick, were there no other females in there that you could have hollered at that you was feeling? Like not one?
It's the same thing with me. Like I'm not like I got high standards too. Like I mean like. I'm not trying to go after someone I'm not attracted to. Like what you say is like when you go after someone you're not really attracted to, and like you spend all this time trying to like impress and whatnot. In the end, you're like, I wasted my time. But if
Right.
you go
And
after
so
someone you like,
so there was no
you know,
other chicks in the spot that you was attracted to. It was just that chick. That y'all both was just like she's the only one in here, and that's it. Is that what's going on?
I mean, there was this other girl. I mean, she was bad, but it's like I just like pussied out. I didn't like go after her. Like I just messed up in that
See, and
situation.
that's what I'm saying. Like you got to start focusing more on your stuff. Focus on talking to this girl. Focus on talking to that girl. Even sometimes, see, this is the thing. Sometimes it's not even necessarily about you just getting this girl or that girl, because that other girl that you said that you wasn't attracted to, you could have still just had a conversation with her. You could have just still practiced your talking. You could have just practiced your verbal skills. And also what you got to understand is that when you're talking to people, when you're interacting with people, when you're out, there's a certain type of energy that flows, and you gain momentum by just doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So if you stepping back and you chilling, and then let's say another bad chick walked in, you'd have probably hesitated because you're not in the flow of conversation. You're not in the flow of talking. So don't worry about just, I'm going to wait for the really hot girl because I got high standards, so I'm not going to talk to anybody. Just be social so that when you do come across the hot girl, you don't hesitate. It becomes second nature. And this is the thing that guys got to understand. It's not just about you standing there and waiting to jump on the hot chick. You understand? It's about you being that social guy, because you being that social guy is the thing that's going to help you overall. Because you never know. That chick you said you wasn't attracted to, another chick she knew could have probably came in, and that chick could have been one of the hot chicks. Then you would have been already talking to her. She would have introduced you to a friend or whatever. It could have been whatever it is. You see what I mean? So you got to get into this just to the mode of talking.
To be honest with you, like this is like because I said we're all like somehow related because we all kind of grew up together.
Right.
This is like an old crush of mine. Like I've been trying to hit this since I was like a little kid. Since I was like 8 years old, I've been trying to hit this.
Dude,
and, like,
you gotta. You gotta get out that bullshit. You gotta stop that shit right now. Like stop it. You understand what I'm saying? So you talking about the dude, the chick that your boy was trying to holler at. You saying that
Yeah.
that's some crush you had from?
I mean, like, it's not. She's not like, oh my god, like I'm in love with you type of shit. It's just like I'm trying to hit. Like that's just it. Like I've been trying to do it for a minute, and like it never really happened.
Dude, see, that's what
So
I'm saying. You so focused on the wrong shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
focused
I
on the
fucked up.
dude. It's okay if you in a situation where you could get it popping with her, cool. You understand? But you're sitting there, sort of duking it out with your friend to try to holler at her, and then now you're just sitting back and not doing anything else. You're putting way too much focus on this girl. You're putting way too much focus on your boy trying to talk to this girl, so that you're not even getting anything done for you. You feel what I'm saying? You're so all up in this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like my main problem is like I like whenever I'm around him, it's like I just don't think too highly of myself and like get into like a much lower confidence state because I feel like he's had so much more success
See, and that's and
that it's
that's your
like
problem. That's your
I don't
problem.
match up.
Yes, your problem. You're fucking comparing yourself to this dude. Stop comparing yourself to this dude. You understand what I'm saying? You're not him. He's not you. You feel what I mean? So you gotta always attack the game where it's just you and what you're trying to do. The game is about you. It's not about him. It's not about her. It's about you. So what do you want? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to get going? So the thing is, don't compare yourself to other people because it's a waste of time. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, you just got to get out there, start talking to more girls, just talking, just in general, and start interacting with more people. Stop worrying about this girl you got a crush on, and I wanted to hit it since I was in kindergarten and all that dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just go in there and holler at other chicks. And even with this girl, go up to her and be like, listen, what's good? Like, when are we gonna smash? Like, when are we gonna do this? Like, you've known her for how long? You see what I'm saying? If you've known her for this long, all you got to do is say, yo, what's up? When you free, like, come through. Like, let's make something happen. You ain't got to even go through the whole formalities of trying to make shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, some type of, I got to get to know you shit. Like, she already knows you. So what has been stopping you from even hitting it in the first place when it comes to her?
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I kind of been messing it up ever since because like I'm like throughout high school, like I just didn't have the image I have now. I'm much better looking now, but I know you say looks don't matter and shit, but I just feel like
I mean,
I'm in a better position. But
I mean, obviously the looks ain't mattering now because you still ain't doing what you're trying to do, right? So I'm like, yo,
yeah,
dude,
you're right.
you know what I mean? So, all you got to do is this, man. Talk to other women. Get in the habit of just being social. Don't worry about this chick. You understand? If she comes around or you get into a situation where you can hit it, then cool, hit it. But don't be sitting around worrying about this girl, and don't be comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself to your friend. You feel what I'm saying? You got to think about what's going to improve, what's going to help you improve, what's going to help you get, the type of girls you want, what's going to help you go from point A to point B. That's it. It's all about you. It's not about anybody else. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just go out there and start talking to, like, if you go out with your boy, let's say the next time y'all go out, if you see him talking to some girl, if she got a friend there, just talk to her. Just chat her up. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it's a chick that you're not even that attracted to, just talk to her. Then you can move on to talking to another girl. Then you move on to talking to another girl. In fact, it's almost like this. Sometimes when I go out with my boy and shit, there'll be times where we come into a spot and I won't see him for like an hour because I'm busy talking to this girl, he busy talking to that girl across the room. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, you got to just do your shit. You feel
So
me?
you guys separate when you guys go out because that's not what we do. When we go out, it's like it's a group of 4 guys. Most of them got like no game and no style and nothing. But me and him are the only ones that at least have something going on. But what I find is we generally tend to like if we walk around the club and everything or the bar, like we always end up back in the same position looking for each other or something like that. Like no one really goes out of their way to talk to a girl. Like,
see, that's
we all
what I'm saying.
watch them do it.
And again, that's also partly why you're in the position you're in, because you're surrounding yourself with other. Because if you, let's say, if you out with your boys and all of them are talking to chicks, right? You ain't gonna just stand there by
Yeah.
yourself talking to yourself. You gonna talk to. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that
Yeah.
y'all are using each other as a crutch, and and part of that is making it harder for you to get out there and do your thing. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you gotta run off of your own energy. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be out there and doing your thing and not worrying about what your boy's doing, not worrying about what this other guy's doing, not worrying about what this other girl's doing. Everything has to be so focused, like like basically tunnel vision of just you going from here to here and making the shit pop. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
And
that's pretty
can I
much
ask
it,
one more?
man.
I want to ask you one more last thing.
All
I
right,
remember
real quick,
I
Go
forgot
ahead.
where I got this information from you from,
Mm-hmm.
but you were saying that you literally had this one girl that like she was like all over you and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
like when you guys went to the crib and whatnot, and it was time to get shit down, she
Mm-hmm.
didn't really do anything. Like she
Right.
was just like she changed her mind. Like how many times has that happened to you?
I mean, that happened to me. I would say shit. I like off the top of my head, I'd say that happened like at least 4 or 5 times, just off the top of my head. You feel what I'm saying? So, but that's like 4 or 5 times out of like, you know, 80 times. You know what I mean? So,
Why do girls do that? Like, is it because they like the attention, or what is the
well,
reason behind it?
well, the thing is, sometimes what happens is a girl. Okay, I'll put it like this: you ever buy something from the store, and then
Yeah.
you was like, oh, I want this, and you buy it, and then once you leave the store, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have spent the money, and you're thinking about getting your money back, or you're thinking about like, shit, why did I spend all that money? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same feeling women have sometimes where they're dealing with you, and what happens is that they at the moment they're like, yo, they're feeling it. You feel what I'm saying? But then as soon as they get out the club, y'all in the car, y'all in the cab, whatever, you're going back to her place or whatever you're doing, she gets that buyer's remorse. She's like, shit, what am I doing? Why am I going home with this guy? Like, I don't even really know him. What if I don't even know if I shave my legs? What if he doesn't like me? What if I don't like the dick? What if all this shit's going on in her head? And then so when she gets there, she's not in the same mood to actually do it like she was when she was back at the club or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So that's really a lot. What it is a lot of times that sometimes you fuck with chicks, and the thing is that from the time you leave the spot to the time you get to where you're supposed to be, they've been thinking too much and they're like, oh, I wish I wasn't in this situation now. And then so they start acting all like, oh, I don't think I should do this and all that other stuff. You see what I mean? And then, but the thing is, when that happens though, I always tell guys, you need to just call it a day. Don't try to be like, going in. It's like, nah, okay, cool. You ain't trying to do it. Good night. You feel what I'm saying? I'm good. So that's really what it is. You feel what I mean?
Am I wrong for like I don't know like feeling some kind of way that he might actually hit it or some shit like that?
That who?
Like my friend actually might get this girl because like no one has really gotten her like
Yo,
she's known to be a virgin.
Do you see what you're saying? Do you hear yourself though? No, seriously. I want you to sit back and listen to what you're saying. I want you to, when this is over, I want you to watch the playback of this video and hear what you're saying.
I mean, I know it sounds like a bitch, but I'm just like, this is why I'm here, man. So I'm trying to like learn how I can get out of this. Like,
No,
you know what
dude.
I mean? Like,
Again, like I said, focus on yourself. Stop worrying, because look, you thinking about your boy smashing this chick, and because you want to smash her. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with you wanting to smash her, but you're thinking about it if okay, what I'm gonna feel a certain type of way because he's hitting it, and I want to hit it, and now I'm also comparing myself to this motherfucker. So now you're gonna feel a certain way. You're gonna feel like, damn, he got to hit it and I didn't. So now you're gonna start to feel even more insecure. You feel what I'm saying? So don't worry about none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because you're worrying about this girl, you're worrying about your boy and all that other stuff. In fact, you should hope that he hits it. You feel what I'm saying? You should be like, yo, dude, go get that. You feel what I mean? That's the type of mindset you gotta have. It's almost like when I be in a spot in a club or at a bar, or whatever. There be sometimes I'm talking to a chick and then another dude comes into the mix and he's talking to her. And what a lot of guys do is that they get a little territorial. They're like try to be, grabbing up the girl or whatever because they don't want the other dude to get her. Sometimes I'll be talking to a chick and I see another dude coming up and I'll push the chick into the dude. I'll be like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. Y'all talk. Like, and then I walk away. You feel what I'm saying?
but then the chick is more attracted to you because you leave, right?
Right. You see what I'm saying? And that happens sometimes with a girl. She'll come and follow me because the thing is, if she actually likes me or she wanted me, she's going to come and find me. So I don't need to do anything as far as actually trying to get her. See, you're thinking about, oh, this girl and what do I need to do to get her and all this other stuff. You don't need to do none of that. If she wanted to fuck with you, all you needed to do is present like, listen, what's good, and if she wanted to do it, she's gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all it is. In fact, if your man's hit it, tell your man's to tell her that you want to hit it. You know how many times I did that? I had times where my boy will smash a chick, and I'll be like, yo, that chick was bad. And he's like, yeah, it was, shit was tight. I was like, yo, tell her that I want to hit too. And in half the time, I'll get to hit too. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit also can go down. You feel what I mean? But the thing is, stop comparing yourself to the dude. Stop stop being a hater. You know what I'm saying when it comes to him and this other girl. You know what I mean? Let him do him. If she wants to fuck him, let her do her. And then you got to do you. You understand? Everybody got to do them. You feel what I mean? And that's it. So, don't worry about it, bro. It's going to be all right, man. I promise.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you. Peace. All right, let me get this call. This dude been... Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
What's good, Locario? This your boy Gary.
What's going on? You've been calling like a motherfucker. What's going on with you?
Yeah, big dog, it's good. Listen, man, I want to know, man, am I wrong for not paying for this bitch date I took out, man?
Wait, you said, are you wrong for not paying for the date?
I'm tired of paying for bitches' dates.
Wait, so what happened? Wait, you went on a date and what happened? What was going on?
Like, I was like, pay for your own food, and she was a Haitian bitch. She was like, you expect me to pay for my own food? She was like, you expect me to pay for my... And then I ended up paying for this shit because I feel bad.
Yo, this is what you got to do, though, man. Like, look, what's the amount of money you want to spend when you go out?
I don't want to spend I just want to spend on my food. I feel like I should have to pay for these bitches because, listen, I ain't got a lot of money right now. I'm building right now. I'm not trying to...
Right,
listen,
so then this is what you got to do.
Every day of the week and spend $20, that's $100 a week.
This is what you got to do. This is what I'm saying. This is what you got to do. You have to orchestrate your dates to where you're not spending any money. You see what I'm saying? Or spending little to no money. So tell that chick, yo, we gonna meet in the park and we gonna take a walk and I'm gonna buy some bottles of water and that's what we gonna do. That's it. I'm dead serious. That's what you gotta do.
Yo, you gotta take them to the park? What?
You like, yo, we gonna take a walk in the park or we gonna go to the museum. Or, I'm gonna get you. We gonna get a slice of pizza that costs $2. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you make that shit cheap as fuck. That's why I got a program called How to Spend $10 or Less on Dates. See, that's the thing. Dudes gotta
orchestrate that shit. You just orchestrate that shit.
Yeah, you just say, yo, this
so
is what we gonna do.
No money. Like, hey, we just finna like some stupid shit.
Exactly.
Stupid shit.
Just something. And this is the thing too. You got. Was this a first date?
Yeah, it was.
Right. So the thing is this: first dates, a lot of times technically it don't even need to be that long. Now, the only time a first date really even needs to be long is if you're going to hit it on that first date. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you just sort of meeting just to fill each other out and you seeing what's what, you do something real quick and real small for like an hour. You know what I'm saying? You go get some coffee, get like coffee for $2 or some shit. Go take a walk in the park. Go to the museum. The museum, usually is free or costs like a few dollars or whatever. There's a lot of shit that you can do that's little to no money. Because I always say for guys that if you're going on a lot of dates, like you said, the money's going to pile up. You feel what I mean? Because it's not even necessarily just you spending money on her. It's you spending money on you that's going to pile up because you're going out and doing shit. And also I tell guys this, look, if you're going to go on dates with chicks, try to get them to put in some money too. So let's say if you're going to go to two places, let's say if you say, okay, we're going to go... get some pizza and we're gonna go fucking to the movies or whatever it is. I don't know what you're gonna do, right? So you say, listen, I'm gonna get the pizza, you get the movie tickets, or you get the movie tickets, I get the popcorn. Like, let her put in something. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that even though you're spending money, she's spending money too. You see what I mean? So you don't want it to just
that
be
bitch
you.
Tripping. If that bitch tripping,
right?
If that bitch talking about I'm not paying shit, cut that bitch off, right?
Right, pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? Like if she's on that shit where, first of all, if she's on some shit where she feels a certain type of way because of where you taking her, you understand? Like, because you tell a chick, yo, we gonna go for this walk in this park. I'm gonna get us some water. We're gonna take a walk in the park, just get to know each other. If she's on some, why we got to do that? Why can't we do this? Blah 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 blah. You say, listen, either we doing this or we not going out. It's that simple. You feel what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you want to get a chick who's following your lead, and the thing is, if a chick really is feeling you, She don't give a fuck what y'all doing. You feel what I'm saying? She wants to see you. You understand? Like I've had dates to the laundromat. You feel what I'm saying? I had dates. I'm dead serious. Like we watching the clothes spin. That's it. You understand? I'm like, I got to do laundry. When I go through, that's the date. I had a date at a grocery store where I had to go grocery shopping. This chick hit me up. I say, yo, what you doing right now? She's like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I said, come roll with me to this grocery store. You feel what I'm saying? And the date was,
What the fuck?
that was it. And the date was literally like 45 minutes to the grocery store.
You just went to pick up some groceries?
Yeah, she went to pick up groceries. I was chilling with her a little bit. We was in the aisles talking. I was getting the groceries, and the store was like packed. So we was on the line for maybe like another 20 minutes. So we on the line talking this and that. I got my groceries, and I told her, look, I had a really good time. When you free, we could get together again and chill. You see what I'm saying? And the first date was at the grocery store. I ain't spent no money on her. I just bought my groceries and bounced. You feel what I'm saying? And so that was it. You feel what I mean? And then I got with her, the next week or whatever. We got together. I smashed, and we kept the shit pushing. You feel what I mean? So it's all about how you want to do it and tell her, hey, this is what we're going to do. All you need to do is you need to be the one in control, the one that's leading the situation, the one who's saying, this is what we're going to do. This is the time you're going to meet me. This is what's going to happen. And then that's that. Because if the girl's feeling you, she's going to follow through. You understand what I'm saying? Women who complain, they're complaining because they don't like you really, or they're not feeling you so much. So what they're doing is that they'll say, oh, how come we can't go to dinner? Because she wants dinner, or she wants something extravagant, or she wants some other shit, because that's in place of you, because she's not really feeling you. She just wants someone to show her around, to give her attention, to buy her shit, to make her feel special and all. Nah. You understand? If a girl's feeling you, she's going to actually come through. You know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do. You see what I mean?
Alright, this is my last one, bro. Right. And what about them dumbass bitches who be talking about they ain't got no phone? They don't got no number when you be asking for their phone number.
Oh, please, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. And if they ain't got no phone, you don't need to be dealing with they broke ass. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, seriously.
Just don't even, like, if them hoes say some stupid shit, just walk away from them hoes, right?
Be like, yo, I ain't fucking with you. Be like, damn, I only fuck with chicks that ain't broke, that got something. Like, you ain't got a phone? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And it's one thing if she literally, like, she actually didn't have a phone because of, like, some other situation where her phone broke and she got to get a new one or whatever, she would let you know. She'd be like, oh, I don't got a phone right now, but, give me your number, hit me on Instagram, I'll hit you back, whatever. Like, she's still showing interest. But usually they got phones and they just be talking that bullshit, because that's
even the business would be like, oh, nah, man, I don't give her my number.
Right, and that's nonsense. All of that, I don't give out my number. I ain't got no phone. Oh, I'm busy. I got school. All that, every fucking excuse in the book is just their way of saying they're not interested. Because remember, women are very passive and passive aggressive. A lot of women aren't going to just straight out say, hey, I'm not interested. And the reason why they don't say that too is because there's a lot of simps out there that, will get upset and start wilding out and acting stupid. So this is why chicks will do that, will act that way. But just know that when they're acting that way, if they say that stuff, that's just really just them saying they're not interested. You see what I mean?
All right, dog. Big dog, man. That's all I got, man. Keep chasing your dreams, man.
That's what's up, bro. Appreciate the call, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man. These chicks be out here on some bullshit. What's up with the chat room, people? What's going on in the chat room? We got Hamza R. What's going on? Jermaine Jones was popping. King David the Handsome, what's good, my dude? Oh, Johnny's in the building. What's going on? Who's calling?
What's up, man? This Suave, man, from GA. What up, Locario?
What up, man? What's going on with you? Chilling. What's up with
you?
Man,
you had me laughing my ass off over here drinking this beer, talking about a date at the laundromat.
For real, you know what I think
real shit. Man, I said, is this nigga a dating coach or a comedian?
For real.
But,
no, real shit. You gotta, get it.
Yeah, man. But this is what I want to call and ask you about. Man, like, I'm sure you had this experience. You ever been campaigning so much, man, and meet so many chicks, and let's say, like, you gave some chicks your number, just passing it out, and you probably ran across them, but you had to delete them. Like, I know if a chick's number's not in my phone, I know I probably deleted it because she was playing games. So basically, make a long story short, I had a chick I don't even remember, because that's how much I just been campaigning and meeting women and deleting them. Like, she hit me up out the blue, and it was almost like we really had spoke before, and it was kind of like, yo, I'm trying to get up with you now, blah, blah, blah. And she saying all this stuff over the phone, and I'm like, what this chick calling me boo and trying? I'm thinking like, bitch, I don't know you, but I ain't black come out and say it. But I'm like, I probably met you before, so like, what I did was, I went on Facebook, right? You know, you can put somebody's number in on a Facebook
so
and pull their Facebook page.
Right.
I was really trying to see. I was like, what does this bitch look like? So I pulled up the picture. I remember the face, but I still don't remember her or where I met her at.
Right.
Like, in a case like that, do you think it's a situation like, obviously, whoever she was fucking at that time, I must have really stood out to be the backup dude she wanted to get an ass to, because I pretty much tell every woman, when I talk to them, I pretty much tell them what I'm about. So you think they're registered with her. She said, you know what, now is the time I'm going to hit them up. And it's like, now she send a text message, I barely even respond to them. I just be like, swerving that shit a little bit, but I respond, but I swerve that shit.
Right. Well, that's the thing. A lot of times when you hear from a chick later down the line, you feel what I'm saying? That's around the time when the dude that they was fucking with, he's not in the picture anymore. You understand? You know, it could have been some dude she was fucking with, and they broke up, and now she's like going back in her phone and stuff and calling this dude or that dude that she was supposed to see what's popping with before. So you were the dude, and she's like, oh, let me see what's up with this guy. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah,
something about me stood out to her to like, okay, because she kind of like, because I pretty much told her, she said something about thinking about me, and I said, well, look, if you thinking about me, come on over here and get a body massage. And it's like she would it. Like, I'm, like me, you know, I'm straightforward with them. I don't even play around with them. I don't even care how they feel about them. Like, look, this is my intentions with you and everything, and this, that, and third, either with it or against it. And that's kind of where I'm at with it now. Like, I really don't even care.
Right. So, and the thing is, too, you know, if she's hitting you back, then, you know, you could, you know, see what's popping with it. You understand what I'm saying? See what's going on with her. See what, you know, if she's going to cooperate. You feel what I'm saying? And if she's going to cooperate, then, you know, see what could go down. You feel what I mean? And, because the thing is...
Yeah,
go ahead, what you going to say?
Go ahead. I was going to say, yeah, I was definitely going to do that. I just wanted to see if great minds thought of, like, as I said, even though I can't even remember her, and I don't even, she remembers me, but it's funny, like, I don't even have her number programmed in my phone. Like, I had to put her number when she texts me. Like, I'm like, man, who the fuck is this chick? And something said, man, do not text her and say who this is, because you're going to fuck up something. So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna say who is this. I was like, let me just play along with it. And based off the way she texts me, I can tell she must have spoken with me before, and it was something very brief, and I erased it. Now, I know for her to not be in my phone, I knew it had to be one or two reasons why I erased it. I probably called her again or called her next day, and she didn't pick up. I probably sent her a text, and she didn't pick up. And me, the way I operate, I quickly delete you. I don't do 2-3 times.
Right.
I don't do that following. Yeah, so I quickly deleted her. That's what happened. And now, I don't even know how long ago it was. She's just now following back up with me. But I guess she must have saw, like, damn, man, this nigga ain't sweating me. He ain't studying my ass. And even, like,
and you know what it is, too? You know what it is, too? You got to understand this.
Like, I guess you see that.
You got to understand this, too, is that, see, the way women operate, right? Like, us guys, we'll talk to, like, 5 different girls at once. Women, a lot of times, they'll have that one main guy they fucking with, and they'll have the other dudes just sort of like, you know, on the back burner. You feel what I'm saying? Until that the thing doesn't work out with that guy, and then she'll, like, you know, fuck around with the other dudes later on after the fact. Now, in certain cases, if the chick is just dating around or whatever, she'll mess with dudes, you know, simultaneously. But a lot of times what happens is that she'll wait till the other thing goes down, you know, the other thing is not working anymore, and then she'll come through to you. Now, the thing though, I would say is that you got to always remember how the situation went down with you and the chick. You feel what I'm saying? So let's say if this was a chick you was trying to holler at, and she was giving you a runaround, she was flaking on you, she was acting all goofy and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Then if she hits you back, right? I would say in that moment, you know, designate her for sort of like jump off status at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So
I did.
Right.
I already did. I already know I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like most women that cross my path now jump off status.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely designated her for that, knowing that she hit me back out the blue. So I just want to see, it's kind of like me and you thinking alike on it.
Oh,
like
yeah, definitely.
Thing I wanted to ask you was, I wanted to get your opinion on this before I get off and let other people call in. I met this other chick, man, and I think you talked to me before about this situation. Like, I'm kind of honest. I slacked up on straight up tell them, but it's still in me to I just can't hide it, man. I got to tell them, what it is that I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it out there, just to see how they feel about it. So I pretty much ran across this chick, man, and I had like 2 different occasions where, I run across this chick, I give her my information, and she pretty much, I guess, she hit me up, so we conversing back and forth. And you ever had them chicks that give you like, you send them something like, it ain't super long, but you basically having a conversation with her on text. You're trying to lead it up to seeing her, you saying something.
Right.
And the only thing she got is a 1-word reply, LOL, or yeah.
Right,
so what
right.
I did was, I sent the chick something once. I noticed her reply with that was LOL. And I might have said something else to the effect of, yo, you got a little bit more to say or something like that. And the chick kind of replies basically like, yo, if that ain't enough, I don't know what it is. And I just charged her to the game immediately. I'm like, you know what, take care, have a nice one. I guess some people say I'm a little too ruthless with it. Would you say I'm a little too ruthless, like even with that, with chicks?
Well,
when they
the
give
thing
me
is,
1-word answers, I cut them off.
Well, the thing is,
like
the thing is this. It all it all depends, because I've talked about this before too. It all depends on what you are trying to do in the situation and what you're trying to get out the situation. So, a lot of times, even when I deal with chicks, right? If let's say if there's a chick and I'm messing with her, or I meet a chick off Tinder, or I meet a chick in a bar or whatever, and let's say to me she's just like she's okay. You understand? Like I'd smash, but I'm not feeling her that much, right? So in that situation, dealing with her, I'm saying to myself, look, if she ain't making this shit extremely easy, I'm not really fucking with her. So if she texts me and I'm trying to be like, yo, let's meet up, and then she's on some, I don't know it, and she's giving me the runaround shit, I cut her off immediately. Because in this specific situation where I'm trying to do shit with her, it's like I'm not trying to go through none of that. You feel what I'm saying? In this particular situation. So the same thing with your situation. In your particular situation, if you feel like, look, I ain't really trying to do this and do that with this chick, then fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it moving, because again, it all depends on what you're trying to do. And so what you're trying to do it is going to let you know the basic steps you need to take in order to get from point A to point B, in order for you to do the thing you want to do. You see what I mean? So it's not necessarily like a one size fits all type of thing. It's a case by case basis a lot of times in certain situations where you say, well, and it could be like, well, right now I just want to smash a few chicks. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy and serious. So if you're dealing with them and you say, well, I'm trying to smash, and this is the amount of effort that I'm trying to put in to do that, and then they not reaching that shit, then it's like, well, fuck it. I'm going to keep it moving until I find the girls who are going to flow on that level. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily about, you being, because the thing is also, too, you don't want to be too, like, crazy with it. You understand? You don't want to be nexting a chick just because she sneezes. You feel what I mean? But you want to.
No, I'm talking about like basically like let's say like you've texted like plenty of women in your time too before. So like imagine like you have like a full-fledged conversation. Like let's say like you just got on the phone, you just texted her, right? You saying some flirtatious stuff. You send that, and you didn't just say 1 or 2 words. Only thing she come back and say is yeah or LOL or send you an emoji,
right?
And then you be like, okay, hold on, maybe she don't know how to respond to the flight shit. So let me give her a second go round. So you hit her with some more flight stuff. So she's like LOL or something else dumb and simple. You're like, oh, okay, so this motherfucker either super stupid,
right?
You either playing hella games, or you either disinterested. Either one of those,
right? But
based
also
off your behavior, I'm not gonna. It lets me know I'm not gonna get what I want out of you. So I just might as well just tell you to take care of yourself. Cause
right.
You
but,
know
also
what I'm
too,
saying?
but also
so
too,
like,
you gotta understand this though.
Saying, like something like that. Like,
look, hold on. You gotta understand this though. Is that you gotta figure out too what's the more important thing, because see, there's a difference between, and I always talk about this with the whole phone thing and the texting thing. There's a difference between when you're talking to a girl on the phone or texting a girl versus when you're in front of the girl. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, because I remember you was talking about this before, and I was saying that, a lot of times you could be missing out on dealing with certain women because you're putting so much stock in the phone situation. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing where it's like, so what you got to understand is that the best course of action in any situation that you're dealing with women is to get them right in front of you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if let's say she's in front of you and you're having a conversation and you're trying to flirt with her, you're trying to make something happen, and she's giving you one word answers and she's not being responsive and all that other stuff, then that's a different story, because now you're actually at the moment where y'all are face to face and y'all are right there in the flesh, and she's still sort of corny. She's still on some bullshit, and then it's like, okay, let me next her, whatever. Some chicks, if you're doing whatever on the phone, it's like it's not really gonna be a thing that you could really gauge too much unless you really see her in person. So and this is what I always say, and I always come back to this: when you're on the phone or you're texting or whatever it is, just try to get her to meet you. Then once she meets you, then you can see what's really happening. You see what I'm saying? Because everything changes in when you're in person. You see what I mean?
I'm saying, like, this the part I was getting ready to get to. Like, if I'm texting you and I'm saying, like, flirtatious stuff, and you have ass responding to me on that, like, it's making it hard. Like, cause my next move, because what I do with them, I try to give them no more than, like, three or four texts at the most. And I'm leading up to saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, let's get together on this day, blah, 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 blah. When are you free? Now, if you, like, still short-winded with text messages, and then on top of, like, I was getting ready to ask you about this one, too. Like, chicks that say stuff like, you ask them about seeing them. They don't offer you a date or an arterial date like you were discussing. They just like, I don't know. I'll see. We'll get up. I'll see.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I next a chick today for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit, no. That shit is no. When chicks is on that shit where they're like, oh, I'll see, or I can get back to you. Nah, none of that shit. But what I would say too is like you were saying, you would flirt with a girl and she'd be giving you the LOLs and all that.
Yeah, one-worded answers. Nothing telling me nothing.
Right.
Nothing
So that's what I'm saying. You're putting too much stock into the conversation on the phone. So, like, let's say, for example, like, if I was you, right, let's say you saying to the girl, like, hey, girl, what's up, blah, 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 what's good for, what's good for today, what's going on with you, whatever it was you say. And then let's say she says LOL or whatever, right? Then your next response would be, yo, so when are you free so we can get together? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't matter that she's saying LOL to what you're talking about. It's all about you directing the conversation to get her to say when she could come and see you. You see what I'm saying? So all of the shit you saying on the phone don't really even matter. All that matters is her saying she's going to come through and see you. You see what I mean? Then once she comes through to see you, then you worry about all that other shit. You understand? Because the thing is, you're thinking that it's going to probably be the same type of vibe in person that it's on the phone, but the vibe in person is always different because you have the body language, which is like 90% of communication is nonverbal. So you're gonna have a whole different vibe in front of the girl, and she's gonna have a whole different vibe in front of you. You see what I mean? So the thing is,
okay,
you see what I'm saying?
I got you now. So basically, okay, so I get it now. Okay, so next time, because I'm gonna meet some more tomorrow. So like, okay, I got you now. So like, instead of me just next time, like, let's say tomorrow I'm gonna meet some more, and let's say they give me like a short-winded answer, I'm gonna come with it anyway and be like, yo, let's meet up at this such and such date. Based off how she responds to that, will let me know whether I need to next her or not and delete her number or not. Is that what you're saying? Right,
exactly. Because the thing is, truthfully, it don't matter what she's saying on the damn text or the phone. You feel what I'm saying? All the text on the phone is to get her ass to come see you in person. Period. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so I got you.
Right.
So I just looked at it like I had this big thing. Like I be listening so much, and I was listening to you so much before. I looked at it like if a chick giving you like one worded answer, she just basically bullshitting around.
Right.
And
that's if you in front of her in person, and she's doing that, and she's not giving any sort of rhythm. Then that's when because it's almost like the thing that really matters is the in person situation. All that texting, all that getting the numbers, all that texting, all that online Tinder, Bumble shit, all of that shit is to get you to see the person. As soon as you see the person, that's when you're going to see what the real deal is. You feel what I'm saying? Because a chick, even sometimes a chick could be online or through texting, she could be saying the fucking nastiest shit. She could be like, oh, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you, and this, and she could be teasing you and all that shit. Then you meet her in person, and she's a goddamn nun in person. You feel what I'm saying? So the only see what I mean? So the only thing that matters is in person. So just make sure you focus on getting her there in person. Period. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so
that's it.
I got you. So now what I'm gonna be looking out for, because you can tell I just like the next chicks. What I'm gonna be looking out for now is in the midst of me texting them. So I'm gonna take your advice on this. I ain't gonna next them if they give me a one word answer. I'm gonna let them slide a little bit, but let me tell you what date you got playing.
Right, and let me tell you when you next them. I'm gonna tell you when you next them. You only next them when you're saying let's get together, when are you free so we can get together, and she's not responding with a time and that she's free to get together. If anything she's talking about is anything besides that, that's when you start next to them, because that's showing that she's not really trying to get together. You see what I mean? That's showing that she's just playing games. So it's not about her doing the LOLs and all that during the conversation. It's about her basically being on that bullshit when you're trying to set up the date. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the only time you're really next to them, is that when they're really bullshitting on setting the date up. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you, my guy. I appreciate that. I'm going to let the next callers call in, man. I just wanted to, because I said, let me just clarify this with you. I said, maybe I'm nexting them too fast, but I thought in my heart I was doing good with it. But I got you. I'm going to let them slide with that, but I'm going to come with that, like you said. I'm going to come with that hellified question.
Right.
And if they can't give me a date or a time or nothing, or provide me with an ulterior, they delete it again like I usually do.
Exactly. All right, bro. I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right, man.
All right, peace. Damn, my eyes itching like crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me see who this is. What's poppin'? Who's calling?
Hello, my nigga. What it do, bro?
What's going on? Who's this?
Chillin', bro. This cool from North Carolina, man. Nigga, you harder to reach than the giraffe neck, ain't you?
What? Say that again?
Yeah, shit, you harder to reach than the damn giraffe neck, ain't you?
So what's going on with you, though?
Man, chillin', bro. Yeah, we chopped it up in about a month now, but hell yeah, bro. I got a few questions, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, bro, just started college. I'm at community college and shit, but, yeah. But yes, on Tuesday, actually, so yesterday, it was, I'm waiting outside my gym class, and this chick actually rolled up to me because we got this college transfer day that's coming up on Thursday, and she was handing out pamphlets. So actually, the first time her and her crew kind of rolled up on me, there was 4 deep, and I peeked them outside the window. Then they came inside the library, and they gave me this pamphlet saying college transfer day on Thursday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the baddest looking chick of the group came up to me, gave me the pamphlet, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, later on in the day, maybe an hour later, when I'm waiting outside to go to my class, the same chick came up to me and brought me another pamphlet. Now, my question is, could this be like an honest mistake, like she didn't recognize me from before, or this was basically, you think this was her way of her basically saying, nigga, chop it up with me, I'm interested?
Well, I mean, it could have been just an honest mistake, but see, the thing is, you just gotta always take advantage of those opportunities. So if you notice that she hit you up with another pamphlet or whatever, use that to your advantage. Be like, yo, you just gave me this pamphlet the other day. Now I'm starting to think you checking me out. You just trying to come near me because you feeling me. So what's good? Like, use that. You feel what I'm saying? So always use every situation to your advantage so that you can start that conversation and you can start things going. You feel what I'm saying? So don't, because the thing is, she could have been doing that because she's trying to step, but either way, by you using that situation to bring it up and to talk, then that gives you a thing to actually make something happen with her. You see what I mean?
Right.
Because again, like I always say, women they're going to be very passive aggressive with their with what they're doing. So they're always waiting for you to be a little bit more direct to bring the situation to the where it needs to go. You see what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
You see, and Lo, man, I know about this. I know about the thing that is that's pre-selection or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. How like females basically want to get with a dude that they feel like is capable of getting other bitches or has other bitches. You know what I'm saying? But you see, with me, I don't know if it's just in my DNA. I'm just like a naturally shy dude until I've had 2 or 3 interactions with you, and I get a feel for you and your aura. You know what I'm saying? So that pre-selection shit don't really work with me because I might come off with kind of like a virgin guy that don't really got no cut. But I get cut, but you know what I'm saying? I don't got it like other dudes where I can just roll up on a chick and sell myself. Like, that's just not me. Like, I kind of gotta know you a little bit. But like the chicks that I be wanting, bro, it's like they be wanting the dudes that can come at them on site first time they see him. Hey, baby, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
But why can't you go do that? You can do the same shit. Because everything you just explained was you creating that story for yourself. You're like, well, I don't do this, and I can't make this happen. And that's all coming from you. Ain't nobody stopping you from going up to these girls that you want to holler at. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
the thing is, you're saying, oh, I think I'm naturally shy. All of that stuff you saying to yourself is creating how you act. You see what I mean? That's why it's very important to think about the stuff you say about yourself. You understand? You got to be careful about what you say and think about you, because it's going to get into your subconscious, and then you're going to start acting that way. So the thing is, you could go up and talk to these girls, you could go up and holler, you could go up and do all this other stuff, but you got to be confident enough to do it, and you got to be willing to deal with the rejection that goes along with that. But you can still do the shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that chick it could go down. So don't think it can't. You feel what I mean? So
Like, tomorrow, I'm gonna roll through that little thing that they was talking about, just because I'm trying to be close to that chick or whatever. Just to be in her presence, because that was the first time I saw her around campus. So tomorrow, when I do see her, what should I just roll up on her and try and just go with the flow of the situation, try and find something from my surroundings to kind of spark up a conversation?
yeah, that's it. And then just keep it. And also too, remember when you're talking to these girls, man, right? You got to understand that the situation has to flow, meaning that part of you talking to girls is not just you talking at them. You're talking with them. You're having a conversation. So it's not just you. It's you and her. So if she's not participating, right? That means that it's time to charge into the game. You understand? So the thing is that when you talk to her, she should be responding back to you, and the way that she responds to you is going to tell you if she's interested in talking to you. Because if you say something to her and then she responds back and she's like, smiling and talking and everything, then it's like, okay, cool, she's into this. Now that I see she's into having a conversation, let me turn it up a notch. Let me start flirting with her a little bit. Let me, exchange numbers with her. Let me do something. You see what I mean? So it's all about you putting yourself out there to first test the water, see how she's responding to you, and then you move it from there. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all you got to do. You know what I mean? And another thing I would tell you, and like I told the other caller earlier, is that don't focus just on this girl. You see what I mean? Like, you go to the spot, if you see her, holler at her, but don't make it a thing where it's just about her. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're gonna make it too much of a issue or a big thing. It's gonna be like this event, like, oh, I gotta make sure that I go and talk to her and get her and make sure everything goes good with her. And then now if it doesn't, let's say you try to talk to her and she's sort of like being, like all over the place, or she's not being as responsive as you expect, then you're gonna be sort of like down about it. You're gonna be all upset because you've been putting so much pressure on yourself to make this thing work with that particular girl. You see what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so go talk to her, but also talk to other girls there and just chilling and just, have fun with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man. So, that's all you got to do.
Okay.
That's all you got to do, bro.
And I got I got two more quick questions.
Damn, two more?
So
all right, go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I know how you talk in some videos about how you didn't always have the game and how, what I'm saying, you didn't always be where you're at right now. I just want to know, like, did it honestly take experiences for you, or did you just wake up one day and your mindset was flipped and you were like, you know what, I'm done being fearful. I'm done, feeling like a simp. I'm about to go out there. If I get rejected, I'm just gonna get rejected. I'm gonna die trying, basically. Like that was your mentality.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's just basically a lot of experience, and also like there's stuff that I learned from people that told me and taught me, just like letting me know what's the deal. Then there was things that I had to learn on my own. So, and this is the funny part about learning shit. And this is why you got a lot of dudes out here who are like, they're like, oh, this game stuff is stupid and it's all about looks and yada yada yada. Because when you're not in there, when you're not in the game, when you're not actually putting yourself out there, the stuff that you hear, so for example, the stuff that I'm saying, online or whatever, it doesn't resonate with a lot of guys because they haven't put themselves out there. So it's a combination of hearing it and then putting yourself out there. Because when I first heard certain things, I didn't believe the shit. I was like, because dudes is telling me shit, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. That's crazy. You know, blah blah blah. So when I first heard it, I was like, it's some bullshit. Then when I started putting myself out there, I started to see what they were saying was true. I was like, oh shit, like this is really what it's about. You feel what I mean? So it's the combination of knowing and putting it out there. Say it again.
I said real quick, like, what's one thing that you felt was like BS that they were telling you that you found to be true?
Right.
Like
well,
one small thing.
Well, one of the things was that, you know, there was like one of my boys. He was like, yo, you know, you can't let a girl lead. You feel what I'm saying? And so I was like, what are you talking about? Why can't women lead and this and this? Or, you know, he was saying you can't let her lead the situation, lead the relationship, whatever. And so I didn't believe that. And then once I started dealing with girls and I started seeing that women a lot of times go based off of just their emotions and they'll just be all over the place, then it started to click to me. I was like, oh, this is what the fuck he was talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So then when I started doing certain things with women, it was because before I would sort of just be like chilling and I'll just be like, you know, laying back and I wouldn't really do much. And I was sort of just like wait for the girl to do something, or I would like, you know, wait for her to make the decision, or I would ask her what she wants to do. And my boys is like, nah, you can't do that. You got to tell her, look, we're going to do this. We're going to go here. We're going to make this happen. Come over here. This is going to go down. And so as I started doing that more, I started seeing women cooperate more. And then the shit got easier for me because I was actually doing the shit that was required when you know, out here in the game. You feel what I mean? But the thing was, when I was younger, I didn't know that because I thought, oh, men and women are all the same and we're all exactly the, you know, and it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's differences between us. You say that again?
I said I thought the same shit. That's basically what the media is trying to put on us, that we're all equal, and that's what's making us men become weaker.
Exactly.
Like, we don't understand what's supposed to be. My bad. Can you hear me, bro?
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, I feel like, man, just like the media is kind of fucking us up in a way. Like, they're making us, you know, to be out to be equals when women really don't even want us to be equals. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Dominated by nature.
Exactly. So yeah, it's all that goofy shit. So yeah, it's just a combination of learning the shit and then going out there and doing it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know.
And I just got like a small little theory, like, cause I'm an athlete, so this is how I kind of like interpreted what you just told me. It's kind of like making a team. All right, yeah. If you play basketball and you 6'6", you have a good chance of making the team just off of your natural, you know what I'm saying, genetics.
Right.
But shit, that's not to say that the 5'9" dude, Isaiah Thomas, can't make the team if he don't go hard enough with enough heart and enough swagger to prove that he belongs. And that's kind of how it is with these women, I guess.
Right.
Like, you don't got to be the tallest nigga. You don't got to have, you know what I'm saying, the most athletic skills. But if you go hard and you got heart, you know what I'm saying, I guess you can make any team that you want to if you put in enough work.
Right. And that's the thing. And that's what I'll be trying to explain to these dudes about the game. And it's like, you know, cats always got this defeatist, you know, attitude and shit when it comes to the game. And it's like, oh, I can't do this because I don't look this way. I don't got this much money in this. And I'm like, yo, you could actually make shit pop. But it's, again, it's up to you to believe it. And this is why I was saying to you earlier is that, you know, with you talking all that stuff about, oh, well, I'm just naturally shy and I don't know. You got to get out of that. You got to be like, well, I see that girl over there. I want to talk to her. I'm going to go make it happen. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Yeah. So that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Right. Yeah, man. But, yo, let me, I got to get a few more of these calls. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah. All right. For sure, bro. I'm going to holler at you.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, my eyes is itching like crazy. I don't know what the fuck's these goddamn allergies, man. The allergies are crazy. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? What's popping?
Hello?
What up? What's going on? Who's this?
Yeah, hello. This is Ben. There's one thing I don't that I gotta ask you about that I'm really confused on.
All right, wait. Where you from?
I'm in Houston right now.
Okay, cool. So what's going on with you?
So the thing is, now I approach a lot of girls, right? I approach them on the train. I approach them wherever I see, you know, girls that I find attractive.
Right.
And we have like a great conversation. Like everything goes smoothly. Like she's laughing, she's smiling. You know, conversation is smooth. I get her number and I leave the train or wherever we're at with a nice boom, right?
Mm.
And then the thing is, I text her and she doesn't respond. And that happens with multiple women. So I'm really confused about why that is happening. Do you have any explanation for this?
So you're saying that you holler at some chicks, a lot of chicks, you get their number, and then you text them, and then you don't get no reply. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't get a reply. And what's really confusing me is that, like, before I get their number, when we're like, talking and conversating, it's going well. I'm telling her jokes, not too many jokes, but like, the conversation is going really nicely. She's enjoying herself. I'm enjoying myself. We're both having a good time, and then right before I leave, I get her number. And the thing is, I text her, and there's no reply, and this happens with multiple women. So I don't know what the hell is happening. I'm just really confused. I have no logical explanation.
Right. Well, the thing is this, one thing you got to understand is that sometimes there are certain things that don't have anything to do with you, and then there are certain things that do have things to do with you. So there's sometimes that is not really even anything in your control, because you might be meeting a chick. Let's say she has a boyfriend, because the girls will still give you the number even though they got a boyfriend. And then they're not going to respond to you because they got a boyfriend. You feel what I mean? Some girls, they'll just give you the number because, they're attention whores, but they're not really that into you. So they'll just give it to you because you asked for it. They'll give it to you, and they'll they'll see you texting, and they'll be like, whatever. Also, you got to understand that, and I'm talking about this too, is that when a chick is feeling you, or she's feeling the moment, sometimes what happens is that the day after or whatever later on, she's not in the same frame of mind when she first got at you. You see what I mean? So sometimes what happens is that she gets your number, and then later on she's not in that same type of fucking in that thought process.
Yeah, she changed her mind.
Right. You see what I mean? So that happens too. So, but also too, the thing is, there could be certain things that you're doing, because I'm not like with you there, so I can't necessarily see or know what's going on. But there could be certain things that you're doing in the situation that could be leading to women, not really trying to make anything happen. Do you ever try to give them your number and then tell them to call you?
Yeah. I gave one woman my number, and she did text me back. But most of the time, a lot of times they're like, yeah, give me your number. And then I give them my number, and like 90% of the time they do not text me back.
Right. So you said that you give them your number, and then sometimes they don't text you back? Is that what you're saying?
Most of the time when I give them my number, they don't text me back.
Right.
At all.
Right. And that's gonna happen a lot too. And see, the thing is, a lot of it too, you gotta understand, is still a numbers game. So like, let's say for example, like, how many women have you talked to in the past week? Or gave them your number?
Maybe.
You like thinking too much? Like a rough estimate. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much is it? Hello, you still here?
Hello? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry. We had a disconnection. Yeah, on a good week, starting from Monday, I would say I talked to about 15 to 18 women. Is
Okay,
what
that's
I would
not
say,
bad.
18.
That's not bad. See, you getting it up there. And where do you meet these girls at?
It's mostly from community colleges, like and universities is where mostly I do my gaming at. Is mostly on colleges, and colleges is where I do my gaming at. Is most.
Right. And do you ever do like online dating or anything?
Nah. It's mostly face to face is what I do.
Okay. And so the thing is, what I would say is, and have you had any dates or anything, or any responses through
actually,
this?
I've got a date set up for Monday, and I'm on another date with this really shy girl, and that's the thing. She's meeting me up and stuff, but I don't know how to escalate with her, because she gives this shy vibe, but she like conversates with me, but I don't know how to really escalate the thing with her. So, do you have any advice on that?
As far as when you say she gives you like a shy vibe, what do you mean? What does she do?
Yeah, she's kind of shy, but she texts me on the phone and everything. But when it comes to like dates and stuff, she's kind of she's shy a little bit, I would say.
And so what are you doing, and how is she responding to you? Like, do you try to like get physical with her?
I would say I would never be try to get physical. I would say like let's go get coffee. If she's like, oh, I don't want any treats from strangers.
She said she doesn't want any what?
Yeah, that's what she says. I don't want any treats from strangers. That's literally what she says.
When you said let's get coffee, she said she doesn't want any treats from strangers. And
yeah.
You went on a date with this girl already?
Huh?
You went on a date with this girl?
Yeah, I went on a date with her. That's what she said.
And so what did y'all do? Where did y'all go? Y'all went to get coffee, and she didn't want to get no coffee with you?
No. We just walked around. We went to the library, and then we just departed at the library. That's what happened.
And that was it. And you didn't try to touch her, kiss her, none of that shit?
I mean, I touched her hand and shit, but I didn't try to kiss her. Nah.
All right, and see that, and well, she sounds like a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? So I would charge her to the game. But the thing is this: I would say I would charge her to the game because she sounds like a weirdo. But you said you got a date that's coming up on Monday, right?
Monday, yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's feeling me, yeah.
Right. So now we know that there's certain girls. It's not like every girl is like not responding to you because you got something set up for Monday. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not every girl. You're just saying that a lot of times it's happening. You know what I mean?
It's the majority. Like 98% of them are not really going along with the program that I'm doing.
Right. So what I would say to you is this: is that one, there might be something that you're doing in the situation. See, and this is why it's always hard to answer these questions. I would literally have to be there watching you talk to these girls and interacting with these girls, because I already know off the top that there's just going to be some girls who is just not going to go down because it is what it is. That's just the game. You feel what I mean? There's going to be certain girls it's not going to fuck.
Yeah.
It's just going to fall by the wayside. It happens with everybody. But if it's a thing where it's so many of these chicks that are just sort of like falling off or not really responding, you feel what I'm saying? I would say that it could be in your technique and your approach and how and what you're doing when you're interacting with them, because you said that you would have a conversation and you were saying that the conversation would go well, but when you're having the conversation, is the conversation flirtatious or is it just sort of like platonic, or like what are you doing while you're having these conversations with these women?
Oh yeah, that's true. There's not a lot of flirtation going on.
See that, and that right there could be one of the biggest problems. You see what I'm saying? So you just sort of.
How would I flirt with her? Like, what would you say to do?
Right. So I would say this. And I'll ask this: where do you, when you meet these girls, are these girls that you meet at like a party, or is it just like in passing, or like where do you meet most of these girls?
Mostly like when they're leaving the campus, when they're going to their next class, or when they're going home, or something like that is where I usually see them. Right.
So the thing is, when you're talking to these girls, right, and this is why I tell you guys, go to Bad Boy Membership, because I have a whole program called The Art of Flirting, okay? So you gotta make sure you guys check that out. But the thing is that when it comes to flirting and interacting with the girl, right, when you're talking to them, there always has to be, basically they have to leave you with the understanding or the interaction being something that's sexual. So meaning, let's say you're talking to a girl, you're like, hey, what's up, how you doing, what class you take, blah blah blah. It's just small talk, right? And then after you do the small talk, you be like, yo, I noticed that you got some sexy ass lips. You feel what I'm saying? And you see what I mean? Like, that's when you get into flirting. You see what I mean? Because now you're showing sexual interest. Now, what happens is if the girl is feeling you or she's feeling it, she's going to be responding positively to that shit, right? And sometimes you're going to have girls who are going to, they'll sort of feel embarrassed because if you're being either forward like that or you just flirting with them like that, they'll have a little, they'll feel sort of like, they'll have a little embarrassment look, or they'll be blushing or whatever it is. But it's still a positive thing. Yeah. But you still got to get used to responding to them like that, because what happens is that once you're flirting with them and once they know that you're into them like that, and you say, hey, give me a number, we definitely got to get together and let's make something happen, right? Then what happens is the anticipation of them continuing that type of interaction, a lot of times will make them want to holler at you. See, the thing is, if you're talking to a girl just extremely platonic, a lot of times it doesn't really stick to where they actually want to continue to make something happen. Because you got to understand, women, even though on the front end they don't act like they want sex like how we do, women still are looking for guys who they think can please them sexually. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not talking to a girl and you're not putting any type of sexual energy out there, it's like she has no reason to respond to your call. You see what I'm saying? Because then if a dude like me comes up to her right after you started hollering at her, and I'm all talking to her and I'm all touchy feely and I'm like, yo, like we need to get together this weekend and make something happen. You gonna text her and I'm gonna text her, and then she's probably gonna holler at me because I'm being more flirtatious. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I got you. And the thing is, like, on the first approach, is it okay to be like touchy to start touching her? How would you touch her on the very first approach?
Well, again, it all depends on the vibe of the situation. Because let's say if you meet a chick on campus, let's say she's sitting on a bench and you go up and you talk to her, and y'all are having a conversation, and then you start flirting with her verbal. Because you always say you have to be verbal and flirt with your words. And then if she's being receptive to your words, then you can go into the touch. You see what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, you're flirting with the girl and you say something light like, yo, you got some really pretty eyes. I bet you hear that all the time. She's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then let's say she has like a ring on her finger or a bracelet on. You grab her hand and you say, oh, let me see this ring. This is nice. Where'd you get this from? So now you're talking about the ring while you have your hand in her hand. So now you're touching her. You see what I mean? And it's not even necessarily anything super sexual, but the fact that you're touching her and she's not moving her hand away and she's just, she's being receptive to it, that's the thing that's going to get her to that point to actually, make this shit pop with you. You see what I mean? So you got to basically just get more on point with your flirting. So, dude, you got to go to Bad Boy membership and join the membership. I'm telling you, because I have the whole program called The Art of Flirting, and I have another program called How to Build Sexual Tension with a Woman. So you know how to do the shit. I think that's probably the biggest thing missing in your situation. You feel what I'm saying?
I got you, Mr. Locario. Thank you so much. I've been watching you for years. You do a lot of good for a lot
appreciate
of people,
it, man.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that, bro. All right, man.
All right, man. Thanks.
Peace. Yeah, man. You guys got to get up on that flirting, man. You know what I'm saying? That flirting shit is serious. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you do that. What's poppin'? Who's this? Hello? I can't. You sound like you super far away. What's going on with you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on, Shishma? All right, so I met this girl on OkCupid. Mm-hmm. We went out. Everything was cool. Mm-hmm. We just making out, kissing, blah blah blah. But on that date, on the first date, she mentioned she was a virgin.
She mentioned what?
She mentioned she was a virgin.
Okay.
I told her, I want to take you back and all that. Mm-hmm. And then she said she was a virgin. Mm-hmm. All right, so second date, we going. Everything's good. Mm-hmm. We're getting drinks, right? And then all the the drinks have they have like crazy names like good sex and all that. Right. So I point that out and I said, oh no, this is what I give. Mm-hmm. And then, and she starts laughing. Right. And so she's pointing out at some stuff too. Some crazy drinks. Bend me over and fuck me and all this crap. Right. What I want to know is like, I don't want to waste my time with her. I just if I don't really believe she's a virgin. You say you don't believe she's a virgin? Nah, I don't. I don't think she's a virgin. Right. Because like she on the first date too. She gave me like she has two numbers. She gave me like a fake number. I don't know. She gave me a next number. She got two numbers? What are you talking about? Yeah. Well, like those Google number joints? Something like that, yeah. God. She gave me like a number. But I don't really think she's a virgin though.
I mean, what's the situation with her now? What's going on with her now?
Nah, everything's good. Everything's good. She's flirting and all that. She's flirting back with me, but like, I don't want to waste my time with her. I don't want, I don't know how to approach.
And what are you trying to do? You trying to smash? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, you could smash, right? But you gotta, figure out, if you want to bother smashing a virgin. You see what I'm saying? Because you can, but the thing is, most likely see, when you're dealing with a chick who's a virgin. How old is she?
26.
26. God damn.
I don't think she's a virgin. No, I don't. I think it's just a lie.
Right. Well, the thing is this, man. If you want to smash, you can go ahead and try to smash. But if she is actually a virgin, her shit's probably gonna be whack because she don't know what the fuck she doing. Two, you might have a chick who's gonna be on some clingy shit because she's gonna think that the sex means love and means some other shit. Maybe. I mean, hopefully, since she's older now, she might not be in that thought process, but she might. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say if you really trying to smash, you gotta either you gotta get that happening and as soon as possible, so you don't waste your time. Because like you said, you don't want to waste your time. So don't be dancing around the situation, going on a whole bunch of dates, getting her thinking that you're her new boyfriend, all of that other stuff. If you want to smash, just be like, yo, let's get together and make this happen. You understand? Most likely, if she is a virgin, though, you understand what I'm saying? It's just going to be a little bit more difficult depending on her mind state and what she thinks about losing her virginity. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, I would just say you just need to set up a situation to where you are trying to actually make it happen. Now, if she's hesitating or she seems wishy-washy about it, charge your ass to the game.
Nah.
You feel what I'm saying?
She doesn't seem like that at all.
Right. So try to make it happen if you want to make it happen. You know what I mean?
She actually brought up wrestling, and you know what wrestling leads into. So
she said she wanted
to wrestle with me. She brought up wrestling. She wanted to wrestle with me, and you know what wrestling leads into. So.
He said she wanted wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just see what you can do. Just get in the situation, bring her back to the crib or whatever, and then see what could go down. But again, dude, tread lightly with this chick. Meaning, it got to be her really trying to make it happen. You understand? Because you don't want to be in a situation where, if let's say for sake of argument, hypothetically, she is actually a virgin, and you trying to make something happen with her, and she's on some, I don't know, but I want to do it, but I don't know. Nah, none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? She gotta want to do the shit. If she don't want to do the shit, then you keep that shit pushing. You move on to a chick who's not a virgin. Tell her to holler at you once she loses her virginity and she's feeding for dick. Then she come back at you after that. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, just charge to the game if she on that bullshit. You feel me?
Got it.
Yeah, man.
And one more question. Not too long ago, I don't know, she was like one of these. I don't know. She was what is she? She's recruiting for something. A lady recruiting for something. And she gave me my card. She gave me her card. And so I kind of flirted with her. She's older than me though. She's like probably 30, 37. But I told her, I kind of do personal training. You should come. We should try to hook something up.
Right.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is like, how would I evolve this into something more?
Oh, so you're trying to like holler at her and all that?
Yeah.
Well, just look, holler at her on some, let's go out on some date shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't see, and this is the thing I gotta tell dudes. When you trying to make something happen with a chick, don't try to say, yo, I got these tickets and you should come here and chill at this place and none of that shit, because you always want to make sure that what you're saying to these women is clear. You're making it clear that you're trying to fuck with them. You see what I'm saying? So it's not maybe let's go out here or I'm gonna hook you up with this training, I'm gonna hook you up with this. Nah, none of that, because you don't want to leave any room for a chick to play games with you. You understand what I'm saying? So you want it to be cut and dry. Yo, let's get together and get a drink. What's popping? When are you free? And then when you get that drink, you start flirting with her, doing what you got to do, and you make it happen. So just on some regular date shit and do that type of shit. None of this, let me, give you a free car wash and this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight up hit her up and say, let's get together. You see what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, thank you.
All right, bro. I'm out at you. Yeah, man. So you got to do it. So who we got up in here? Got Female Pimp. Oh, Johnny's in the building. Redskins 2689. Shelton Smith, Real Deal. Easy Beats. Vershawn Hawkins was popping. Paul Sambula. Savage the Savage. Michael Cobry. All right, what's going on? Who's this?
What's up, Mr. Locario? This is James. How's it going?
What's popping? What's going on with you?
All right, so real quick, you usually talk about, that, dealing with girls, it's a numbers game, right?
Right.
And like how some girls are going to feel you and some girls won't. So for the girls that feel you, like how do you know that the girls that feel you aren't whores?
How do I know if they're what? If they're whores?
Yeah, so like basically, you were saying in your videos that some girls are gonna make it easy for you, and some girls won't. So for the girls that make it easy for you, like how do you know that they are smuts that give it up to everybody?
Well, that's the thing. Every girl gives it up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Or what I should say, even to make it more clear, is that women give it up, or they have sex with, or they deal with the guys they're interested in. So all you need to know is that this girl who wants to give it to you now is interested in giving it to you now. See, you got to get out the thought process of thinking that there are girls who are the quote-unquote good girls or the quote-unquote sluts and smuts. The girls who are the sluts and the whores are the same as the good girls. They're the same fucking women. You understand what I'm saying? There's no difference. You see what I mean? And that's the thing that guys got to understand. Like, I got to get out this thought process of thinking that because every girl that you think is that good girl, she's gaming you to have you think she's that girl, right? But to another guy, she's gonna suck and fuck him in 5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So they're the same girl, they just act differently towards who they're dealing with. And so the thing is, guys got it backwards. They think if a girl is fucking with them, they think, oh, she must suck and fuck every dude. You feel what I'm saying? No, she wants to suck and fuck you because she's feeling you right now. You feel what I mean? And so the thing is, you could have a girl who is super promiscuous, who does a whole bunch of dudes, but the thing is, you're never really going to know. You shouldn't even worry about that shit. All you need to worry about is you making sure you use protection, making sure you are on point with what you're trying to do, and, make the shit flow. So the thing is, though, is that a girl, when she's feeling you, she's gonna make it easy. You understand? But again, it doesn't necessarily mean she makes it easy for every other guy. Because guys think, oh well, if she made it easy for me, that means she's making it easy for everybody else. You understand? But the thing is, there could be something about you she's feeling. You see what I mean? And which is why she's making it easy for you. And if she is making it easy for every other guy, who the fuck cares? You're not supposed to worry about that shit. You see what I mean? Guys are thinking like, oh, I don't want to mess with this girl because she's a hoe and this and that. If you look at it objectively, or if we're gonna, talk about it, if you say, like, because if you say your definition of a hoe is a chick who sleeps around, then all women are hoes. You feel what I'm saying? If we're gonna talk about it like that, because all of them are sleeping around. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so that, like, basically that, so like, is it that like most men are like stuck in our like the conditioned mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Most guys are stuck in the mindset of thinking that a woman who is fucking around, like, oh, she's just like that. Like, it's these other girls over here. Those are the good girls. The girls that's not, the ones who aren't doing all this stuff. No, all of these chicks are doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? The thing that got us confused is we think that there's actually girls out there sitting and chilling, waiting around for the right guy to, like, oh, she only had sex with one or two guys in her life, and these are the women that guys are trying to wife up, or say that I'm look at her, as someone I can take seriously as a girlfriend because she only fucked 2 guys, which is bullshit. Because I always say this: if you imagine if you're a girl, and let's say you're 18 years old, and then you turned 28 last night, that's 10 years, and every day, one guy tried to holler at you every day for the past 10 years. You see what I'm saying? That's 3,650 guys. Just 10 years. 3,650 guys try to holler at you. That's just one guy every day. And we all know that more than one guy every day is trying to holler at a chick. So just let's say one guy for every day for 10 years is hollering at this one girl. That's 3,650. And guys expect her to only fuck 2 dudes? No, it ain't working that way. She's fucking and sucking a whole bunch of dudes. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Like, I'm actually glad you brought that up because, like, I have so many female friends, and like, they always talking about how, you know what I mean, like how they, like their like phone is like dry, and they want, you know, dick and everything else, but like, are they like talking shit?
What they saying that they saying they want dick and they can't get it? Is that what they talking about?
Yeah, it's like so like they like basically they kind of lead me to believe that they don't get it.
Nah, that's some bullshit.
That much play.
Listen, chick. Listen, dude. Chicks can get dick anytime they want. It might not be the dick they would prefer, but they can get dick anytime they want. You see what I'm saying? It's extremely, dude. A girl could literally right now make a OkCupid profile or a Tinder profile or whatever, and she'll have a nigga over her house in less than an hour or 2, just like that. You feel what I'm saying? So don't let any of these girls fool you into thinking they can't get the shit popping, dude. I've you know what I do a lot when I date certain chicks. I have them show me their online dating profile inboxes. I have them show me the messages these motherfuckers send. You understand? This chicks that I dated, where I remember this one chick I was fucking with, she showed me her fucking Tinder joint. She had fucking like 50 dudes hit her up just in that day. Because when I was there, I was swiping right on a whole bunch of dudes, and all the dudes is matching because, you know, all the dudes be swiping right. So we was matching and shit. And then so it was like 50 dudes in literally like 10 minutes. And out of those 50 dudes, at least like 30 something of them hit her back within the next 5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So if the chick wants dick, she can get dick. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can always get dick. So it ain't no thing where they can't get no dick. No, they can get dick, like whenever the fuck they want.
I got you.
So you know.
And like, I also have one more question. So like, there are certain days where I'm like in like flow, but there are also other days where I'm like totally in my head, and I don't know why. Like, when I try to, cause like I watch your videos and everything, and like I'm soaking up your content, but the thing is, like, when I have those days where I'm not in flow, it's like kind of hard to, you know, break out of that, you know what I mean, fear, and actually like approach.
Right.
So like what are a couple of ways to like to get out of your head?
Well, the thing is, you gotta understand, a lot of it is really just jumping into it, because you gotta understand, when you start to, and this happens to everybody, right? When you start to get into the flow of doing certain things, this is what I was telling the caller earlier, where I was saying that, you know, he was saying that, hey, you know, I don't really talk to that many girls, blah, blah. I said, dude, you got to just get into the flow of talking to girls, meaning you got to just go out there and start spitting. You got to go out there and start doing it. So you got to push yourself. It's almost like, you know, like when you have a Band-Aid on and you just rip that shit off real quick just to do it. You just got to jump in and do it. So once you jump in and do it.
A cold shower or something.
Right. You got to just jump in and do it. So once you start jumping in and do it, you start the you know, the flow, the process, right? Because once you start the process, then you start to, it just keeps going. Now, the thing is, the reason why the flow doesn't work or you start to get laid back is because once you start being laid back, once you start, falling back too much, right? Then what happens is that you get into the flow of being too laid back because everything is still a flow. But the thing is that if you're in a certain pattern of the flow, you're going to go in that direction. So it's almost like you got to jumpstart yourself to be able to get back into that flow of actually making something happen. Because you sort of falling back is still a flow. It's sort of something happened where your energy shift to where you got a little bit laid back, and then now you're just in that laid back flow. So you have to jumpstart your shit to actually get back to that point. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's something you just got to push yourself to do.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean?
Yeah, cause like sometimes like when I'm not, all right. So you said everything is like flow, right?
Mm.
But like sometimes when I'm not all right. So basically when I'm in my head, like I'll see a chick, and then I would look at her, and then she would look at me back. But then out of nowhere, like I would just get this freaking rush of like anxiety, and then I'm like, all right, nah, like I looked at her, and she looked at me, and like 5 seconds passed, and I didn't do anything. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just move on.
Right, and see that,
like,
and that's the thing that is fucking you up because you're in the flow of actually falling back too much and being all in your head and thinking too much and all this other stuff. Now, if you would have just actually pushed yourself, even if you saw her, she saw you, and a few minutes passed by, and you just walked up to her and said, "Yo, what's up?" And then now, just by you saying, "Yo, what's up?" now you shifted your energy to actually going in a direction to get shit popping. So let's say you say, "Yo, what's up?" to her, and she's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then I talk for a little bit. And let's say that I don't even necessarily go anywhere. Let's say I talk for like 2 minutes. The fact that you started talking, now you're more in the flow of actually having conversations. You understand? Because now you started talking. Now you see another girl, you'd be like, it's easier to talk now because you've put yourself out there to actually talk. It's almost like when you go to the gym. Like if you at your house, right, and you're like, damn, I should go to the gym, right? But if you just keep thinking about going to the gym, you're gonna be walking around your house, lollygagging, bullshitting, procrastinating, right? But
yeah.
Let's say you say, you know what, fuck that. Let me get my shit. I'm walking out the house. You walk out the house, you get to the gym. Now, as soon as you're in the gym, and let's say you get on the treadmill, now you're on the treadmill, you're warming up, and then you lift those weights, and you go to the other thing, then you go to the other thing. So now you're in the flow of being in that gym, and all it took was for you to shift and actually get there, because now it's easier for you to go from that treadmill to the weights versus you going from your living room to the treadmill. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's a easier flow from the treadmill to the weights than your living room to the treadmill, because you're shifting energy. You see what I'm saying? You're shifting your perspective. You're shifting the whole paradigm of what you're doing. So again, when you're dealing with these chicks, you gotta just snap yourself into that motherfucker and start spitting. You see what I mean? Because for most guys, the hardest girl to talk to when they're going out at night is the first girl, because you have to get your feet wet. You have to get yourself in it. You see what I mean? Then once you get in it, then everything else starts to become a little bit more easier, because now you're in that flow. You see what I'm saying? So that's that's what it is, bro. You feel me?
So the biggest thing is basically stop being like a little bitch and just like
you just gotta go and do it, bro. That's what I'm saying. Just go out there and fucking do it. That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Bro. All right, man. Thanks, Locario. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I'll holler at you. Peace.
All right. Later.
Yeah, so let's go. So Nathan, if you want to contact me, just call me right now. 646-481-3901. That's the number. So that's how you call up. Whew, what time is it? Let me see what time it is. 1:13. All right, we're going to go for another maybe 15 minutes. Then I got to get out of here because I got to do some stuff. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, what's Johnny? What's poppin'?
What's going on with you, bro?
Ain't nothing.
What's
I was able to get through, man. I was like, yo, you getting Hollywood on me.
So what's going on with you?
Ain't nothing. Yo, was it 2 weekends? Yeah, 2 weekends ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had met with this chick on Tinder. You know how like on Tinder sometimes like you'll match with a chick. She'll be in like she'll be like in your area, but then like you won't match with them, and they'll already be back in their like state. She was from Orlando.
Right. Right. That's the worst.
She actually 2 weekends ago, like I matched with her like in September. We like chopping it up every now here and then or whatever like that. She actually flew out for the weekend and chilled with the homie, like spent the whole weekend. That shit.
Right.
That shit was kind of dope because I was just like, yo, damn, it's like, yo, you get these chicks from like over with them and they still fly out, with the game and shit.
Right. Nah, real shit. So you was able to hit it all weekend, and then she and then she bounced after that.
Yeah, she bounced back, but it's kind of like me and my brother was talking. He was just like, yo, even though like a chick, like they fly out and say like wherever they come from, whatever like that. Does the shit like still apply where like they gotta pay for some shit or whatever like that? Like she paid for some shit, I paid for some shit, but I felt like she could have paid for more.
You talking about like on like y'all went out and stuff like that?
Yeah, we went out. We went out, just chilled out, went to like a lounge or whatever like that.
Right.
But I was kind of like, she probably could have paid a little bit more. I'm like, you on vacation, chick? You got money.
Right. Exactly. Nah, that's hella. Like, let her pay for some shit
issue,
too.
But I was just kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right. Now let her pay for some shit. You know what I mean? If anything, let her pay for some of your shit too. Because if she flying all the way out there to see you, you feel what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to count coins, but we divvy. I was divvying up. I'm like, all right, my bar was a little higher.
Right.
Of the price range. I'm like, all right, at least I know she paid, so that's why I was like, I wasn't really bitching.
Right.
So I was just like, all right, you know what I mean? She cooked me a home cook. She cooked me a meal and shit. So I was just like, all right, it evens out somewhat.
Right.
Somewhat.
Yeah, and it's like ain't nothing wrong with letting these chicks pay. A lot of dudes, they feel a certain way because they feel like. We've been indoctrinated to it's like, oh well, you gotta pay for everything, and you gotta, make sure let her put in some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely let her pay for some shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Now she had mentioned some shit talking about like me coming out there, and I'm just like,
and where's she from?
She lives in Orlando.
Okay. Well, that's not that far. I thought he was gonna say like this chick live in fucking Spain or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, hell no.
Okay.
I still in Orlando, so it's like a 2-hour flight. I'm like, I told her, I was like, probably, my job, whatever. I told her like a later month. She said she could was kind of tight. So I was like, yeah, it depends, my work schedule, whatever like that. So I was just like, it is what it is. But I still like talk to other chicks out there, whatever. And my brother was telling me, he's like, does she know you talk to other chicks? I'm like, nah, I keep shit very, if you don't ask, I don't tell.
Right. Well, it don't even matter if she know it ain't your girl or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it's whatever.
Yeah. Cause me and my brother, we get like on these debates, and he'd be like, yeah, you got to tell the chicks you talking to other chicks to get saves the headache. I'm like, well, if they don't ask.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, if they don't ask, you ain't got to say shit. But also you don't got to hide it from them either. So don't act like don't feel like you need to even do any of that shit because it's like, yo, you ain't my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because I look at it like how how dudes like they be styling. They be having like wives and they be with chicks and they just be lying. I'll tell you the truth.
Right.
But I don't go out just blatantly just showing my truth like that. You know what I mean? I just keep everything casual.
Right.
And stuff like that. So it's just because the way I see it is like a lot of times it's just like if like I said, if you don't ask, I don't tell. But if you ask, I'm gonna pretty much tell you what it is or whatever.
Right.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Nah, that's crazy, yo. It's crazy how I notice every time you call up, you smashing some chicks, man. You gotta teach some of these guys. You need to come out with a Ojadi channel and let these niggas know what it is, B.
What's that dude? One of the dudes in the chat, dude with 212, he always says that, yo.
Yeah, you got to come out with your own joint and let these motherfuckers know what it is, because you're on that advanced level of game right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you getting it in, so you got the situation to where, and this is where I want a lot of guys to get to. You feel what I'm saying? Where you sort of got a flow or a rhythm where that you could get a certain amount of chicks and get a certain amount of sex that you want, and you know what I mean, like you in that flow. So I think that's a dope thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a flow. With like what I try to tell people is like it's you gotta be able to walk away from certain things too. Like
Right.
walk away from like certain females.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll even give an example. Like yesterday, some girl was like, "Oh, I'd rather talk on here," and I just said, "All right, well, thank you. I respect that. Thank you. Have a good night."
Right.
And I just keep it moving off like because I ain't got time for it. So
Exactly. No, real shit. And that's what I talked about. And I had another video the other day that I put out, and I was like, yo, it's good to charge chicks to the game because it gives that abundance mentality where it's like I don't need to be with any one of you chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm good. You know what I mean? And then so that makes you way more attractive to women just in general. You know what I mean? Because they're like, yo, this dude, he got something going on where he could just, you know what I mean? Like he ain't really sweating me like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
you got any game for like the holiday weekend for the fellas, or whatever like that? Like for Halloween or just like.
Oh yeah, Halloween's coming up, man. You know what you got to do? You got to find out what some parties that's popping off.
Yeah.
And and also the chicks around Halloween, they're in their slutty mode. So you definitely got to take you got to definitely take advantage of that. And also too with the holidays, and if you go, especially because if you're out here in the city, whatever.
Yeah.
People are a lot more receptive around holidays. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's something you could talk about. So on Halloween, especially if a chick is wearing some like sexy ass outfit, or you just see a chick, that look cute and she have a costume on or whatever, that's like the easiest time to fucking start, talking, because you could just talk about their costume, and that's the easiest opener. Yo, oh, you look real good in that, blah 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 blah, and y'all start talking about that shit, and then you start having that conversation. You feel what I mean? It's like real easy to make that happen. You see a chick with a costume on, you be like, yo, I like your costume. Can I get a picture with you? Let me get a picture real quick. Boom, snap the picture. Oh, so what's your name? Blah blah blah, and you just talking to her right there. It's like, and they're so receptive because everybody's in that holiday mood and holiday mode. You see what I mean?
Yeah, because I think I remember I asked you last year. I think I emailed you. I was like, yeah, yo, I ain't with the costume thing. I thought I was going to be at a disadvantage. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably just going to be wearing a button with some jeans. And it's just a regular. So, I was just thinking, like, I was at a disadvantage.
Oh, nah, you good. Because I never wear costumes, man. Like, because even, it's funny, if any of y'all guys, ever saw the Rosie Divine video that me and Miles did like years ago, where we had her in the barbershop, we was taking pictures of her, whatever. So if y'all go on ilookseksynaked.com and you can download the Rosie Divine video, we met her on Halloween because she was out in Halloween. She had a costume on, and Miles rolled up on her and he was like, yo, blah 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 blah, and then that's how we got in contact with her in order to make the shit happen. So it's like everybody's like real receptive around that time, around the holidays and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true. Like from like this whole like winter, like I guess October, I've been getting like chicks throwing numbers at me. Like it'll be like 2 messages. Like, oh, here's my number 917. I'm like,
right. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even let me follow my script.
right, exactly. Nah, real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, bro. You feel me? But yeah, we got to get up soon, man. You got holler at me. We got to get up in the city and see what's popping. You feel what I mean?
All right, man. Yeah, but let me let you know I can hear the bleeping and somebody trying to get in here, man. So
I feel you. All right, I'm holler at you, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
It's my dude, old Johnny. Let me see who this is. What's popping? Who's this? What's going on?
Yo, Locario, this is Farrah from Oakland.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
Shit, I got a couple of questions. I just got done kicking with this bitch real quick. But I got a drink with her, and everything was cool. We got in, small talk a little bit, and then started flirting and shit. And then once I started flirting with her a little bit, she kind of out of nowhere is all like, "Well, I'm not trying to hook up though."
She said she's not trying to hook up.
Yeah, just she just blurted out and said it. But what I said was basically she said something about like, why are you hyper and all this type of shit. And I was like, I got a whole lot of energy. And I told her she couldn't keep up. And then she looked at me, she gave me that look, and she's like, well, I'm not trying to hook up. I'm like, she kind of caught me off guard, and and I just changed the subject, whatever. And then we was just walking for a little bit, and she
she was flirting back with me. She was filling up on me or whatever.
Right.
You know, I end up kissing the bitch,
Mm-hmm.
and then but she still was kind of like hesitant to like. She kind of let me know like I'm not trying to hook up today, but you know, like she trying to say like, oh, I'm trying to hook up next. Like, how do you?
Right.
Like, and it's a bitch I met off Tinder. So like, what does that like mean? Like, is she playing? She playing games? Should I continue to see this bitch, or like, what should I do?
Right. Well, sometimes these chicks like they want to hook up, but they don't want to hook up at that moment. So that's why they keep saying it to let you know, and also to remind themselves not to hook up with you. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so the thing is, they'll say that type of shit. But usually when a chick says that, out of the blue, is like, oh, I'm not trying to hook up. I'm like, oh yeah, I know, because I wasn't gonna give you no dick anyway today. So I'm glad you're not trying to hook up, because you ain't getting none anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I flip it back on them like, well, I wasn't gonna give you none anyway. What you talking about? And then sometimes just by saying that, they're like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Then that'll make them more intrigued to make them want it more. But if she was sort of giving you some flavor or whatever, she was sort of giving you some attention, she was actually flirting back with you, y'all was kissing and all that, that's cool too. Just try to see whenever she's free the next time, and then y'all could hook up that time. You see what I mean? Now if you do meet up with her again, and if she is on some bullshit, then you charge it to the game. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all that really is. You know what I mean? If you meet up with her again, y'all meet up again. That's hookup time, because y'all already been talking about it. Now this is the second meetup, and if she ain't trying to hook up, then you be like, all right, cool, we gonna keep this shit moving. You feel what I mean? And that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, no, everything, the whole meetup, everything was cool. Everything was smooth. Cooperation was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was flirting with her. She was flirting back. She was touchy feely. We kissed and all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually brought up the fact, because I met the bitch off Tinder. She brought up, I asked straight up like, what are you on Tinder like for? She was all like, meet up, hook up with people. Like, she told me straight up that's what she's trying to do, but she kind of let me know that she was not trying to hook up at that moment. So I'm looking at her like,
right, and maybe she had a period. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she had a period. Maybe her legs wasn't shaved. All that shit be popping off, and that'll make a chick not want to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
all right. Well, I'm gonna see what's good with her next time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna have her come straight to the house.
Right. Yeah. Just see what's popping. Just be like, yo, come through to the crib. We gonna get this shit popping. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man.
But my next question is, basically, it's Halloween weekend. I'm trying to figure out like shit to do like right now. Like my partner, he got like a little house party going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking, like, you think it's worth it to go to these parties, these clubs, like, go to the club?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's worth it? Because I know in the past you said that it's really not worth it to go to the club like that, because it's kind of hard to really pull a bitch or knock a bitch from the club and
right.
And bring her to the house and fuck her. But it's Halloween weekend, so these bitches gonna be ready,
right,
wearing all types of shit.
I would say if you could get to like a house party, that's better than the club. Actually, you feel what I'm saying? Like the clubs, it's cool, but I would say house parties or and where you live at? Where are you from?
I stay in Oakland, California, like
and do they do any type of like any type of stuff out in the street, or do they have like any, like, because I know in New York where I'm from, they have like the Halloween parade and all that other shit. People will be out like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So is it like that over where you at, where it's like parts of your your neighborhood or whatever, where there's like a lot of shit going on outside in the streets and all that other stuff?
They do have like a First Friday thing, but not for this weekend though. This weekend's gonna be strictly like, basically parties, clubs, all that type of shit. Like,
right. Well, the thing is, yeah,
I don't know how the bar and lounges are gonna look during Halloween, because I feel like a lot of people, they do go out, they're gonna go to like all these Halloween parties. That's why I feel like this is gonna happen.
Right. I would say first try to find out about some house party type joints, and if you can't, then you could go to like the club areas and stuff. But I would say don't designate yourself to stay in one spot the whole night. You feel what I'm saying? You got to move around and see what what's jumping, what's popping, and the places where the girls are going to be the most cooperative, and then you just roll in that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a friend of mine told me straight up, he was like, hey, if you gonna go out to these clubs, because they about to be probably charging a lot at the door, so he said you might as well get a ticket beforehand if you're gonna go to like a party or or some type of event. So I'm thinking like if I do go, I probably have to get some before
Right.
Saturday night comes.
Right. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. But just just in general, try to find out what's popping, what's going on, and then so you can have a game plan for the night. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, I'm gonna go to this spot, I'm gonna go to that spot. If this spot's whack, I'm gonna go here, and then
Okay.
and then try to just try to see what's popping because the girls a lot of them's gonna be just receptive first off the fact that they're gonna be on some attention whore shit a lot of times with the costumes and all the other stuff. But they're gonna be receptive in the fact that it's gonna be easier to talk to these women. You feel what I'm saying? And really make something happen.
Yeah. And that's the thing though, because it's gonna be a whole lot of bitches, and it's gonna be bad bitches at the clubs. I feel like all these parties, they're all gonna be there. So that's what's kind of making me hesitate. Like, I want to go, but then at the same time, like, is it really worth it? I'm just gonna be looking at these bitches, talking to this, but they're not gonna be really talking about coming through.
No, but that's the thing. You could, but again, it's all about your strategy. See, that's the thing. You got to figure out. Okay, if I'm at this big ass club and it's loud and it's a lot of music and people and it's sweaty and all this other goofy shit and it's dark and all that, in that situation, it might not be the best. It might not be the best situation or might not be feasible. But if you had like a lounge or like a dive bar where it's less hectic, it's probably easier to pull in that situation. Or if you had a house party, it's even easier to pull in. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you're the environment you're in and how easy it's going to be to pull based off of what's going on in the situation. So a lot of times on Halloween I've been to these like house parties and those are the shit because it's like in there it's so easy to really like get like a one-on-one talking to them. They can hear you can see them, everything is cool, and you could just really go in, you know what I mean, and see what's
popping. The guards is down.
Right. It's just a whole different like and this is a whole different vibe, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was saying
and most of the parties that I'm talking about, they're like in San Francisco, which is like over the bridge, the city over. So I'm thinking like, damn, it's probably gonna be hard to bring them to the house. It's gonna be like a 20 or 30 minute Lyft ride, Uber.
Man, you might need to find a hotel or something around there if you're really trying to see what's good.
I'm not even trying to do all that.
You know what I mean? Or if you do take them back, you gotta make sure they really about it because that's gonna be a trip. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's gonna be like halfway there. Like,
or find out where they live, and if they live in the area, then you go to their spot real quick and then call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, appreciate it, Locario, man. Thanks, man. I always be calling in and stuff like that. But I mean, you got the game or whatever.
That's what's up.
I gotta keep calling just to get it from you, man.
I appreciate, bro. Appreciate you calling in.
All right, mate.
All right,
you
man.
have a good one.
Peace. All right, I'm gonna take this last call, and then I gotta get up out of here. What's going on? Who's this? What's popping?
Yo, what's Locario? Hey, I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. Question I just want to ask, and but actually, let's I keep it brief though. But it's cute. Actually, how you feel about what's your take on like how to deal with females that be like on that wave where they want to just take it slow or some shit like that? You feel like I hate that shit. So I just want your insight on that, man.
Right. Well, the thing is this, a lot of times girls they'll be on some I want to take it slow type of shit because they might see you as the type of guy that they actually really like. You understand? So sometimes they'll be on that. Oh, I don't want him to think I'm a slut. I really, so they see you as that dude. So a lot of times what happens is
you actually right because the girl told me that several girls told me that like when they say that they I look at you like a boyfriend
exactly
shit like that. But I also feel like it could be some attention whole type shit too.
That also is too because sometimes they'll know that you're feeling them and then they're just like, oh, I want to take it because they know that after you hit it might be a wrap after that. You might not call them back or whatever. So they're trying to stretch out the time as much as possible before they actually have sex with you. You know what I mean? But what you could do is you need to sort of get yourself in a mode where when you approach them and you're talking to them and you interacting with them, you got to come across as the guy who is just trying to smash. So because a lot of times the reason why they'll take it slow with you is because there's something that you're doing that's causing them to believe that you're, this dude that they can actually see as a boyfriend. You see what I mean? But if you come across as a guy who just wants to smash, then they'll either not fuck with you or they'll just fuck with you to smash, and that's it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's probably something you're doing now.
Like basically marketing yourself as the sexual type guy.
Exactly. That's all that is. That's all that is.
And and it was something else you said, a video you did a couple like days, I don't know, or probably a week ago or something like that, where you was like, when I agreed, women cannot like take rejection, because I want to tell you this, it's a real short story, but we went on a little double date, and I like, a little chick that I smashing, but she had a little friend, so I put my homeboy on her or whatever, and I was noticing, like, as I'm looking at him, which is, he told me, like, he was like, she wasn't really receptive, like, she wasn't really like, basically, when he was saying shit, she wasn't responding right. She looked like she didn't want to be there, got her arms folded and all that shit. So what he did was, he went to the damn cashier and he paid for only his shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then, like, I'm looking at him and I see him walking out the goddamn restaurant, and nigga hopped in the car and just drove off. So she looking crazy. So then he hit me up later on, dog. He was like, man, I just heard it. He told me he just heard his phone go. You know how the iPhone.
Right.
Like, that bitch sent like a long ass paragraph calling him a fuck nigga. All that.
Wow.
Like,
see, yeah, that's how it goes.
This is what Locario talk about. They hate.
That's how
but
it
I'm
goes,
like, my nigga,
man.
You know what I'm saying? That's our fault though. She shouldn't have brought up that type of energy. Like, can't you feel me? So,
nah, that's real shit. That's exactly how it goes. 'Cause I remember years ago, me and Miles had a situation like that where we met these chicks. They was from, like, I think Chicago or somewhere. They was in the city for a minute, and we went out with them, and we was trying to take them back to the crib and smash. This is when me and Miles used to live together, and these chicks was on some, I don't know, blah 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 blah, and then we was like, all right, well, peace out then. And then they got mad because they thought, they wanted us to, like, I guess drive them back to the city or some shit. We was like, nah, we good, whatever. And the fact that we just sort of dismissed them like that, they was tight. It was like just
tight.
They was calling us all types of assholes, and you're a dick and blah blah. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. And they were texting us all this other crazy shit. So yeah, that's how chicks. They they can't take it because they're so used to dudes kissing their ass all the time. You know what I mean?
But that's
you know what I mean?
That's the thing that I hate about it, because when on that video when you said something, it was one of the persons, and and shout out to all the supporters, like they like some of your people, like they say like some real shit. When you said something about that, a dude was like, that's what I kind of hate about some women, because they hate when a dude like reject them, but he like, I see bitches all the time putting up screenshots of niggas trying to holler at them for their friends and shit. Like I'm like, damn, like, you feel me? So it's crazy, man. Like, but
that's how it go. That's how it go with these chicks, man.
Bitch is crazy, man.
Real shit. Real shit. Nah, real
shit.
Hey,
man,
bro.
But thank you though, man. I ain't want to hold nothing up, man. You feel me? You definitely taught me how to basically go about I'm basically dealing with a girl that want to like take it slow and shit. Hey, and you doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's good to see that you progressing, and I know you really blowing up, because now haters and
it's
started
crazy.
Calling. I'm like, damn, yeah,
it's crazy.
It's getting
hectic,
man. So,
but yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Yeah, whenever you come to Atlanta, man, you feel me, man? Drop a video, man. Drop the date, man. I'm definitely in what you call it, the seminars. Yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah, next year I'm actually gonna be doing a whole bunch of seminars in different spots. So I'm gonna definitely let you guys know about that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Appreciate it, Locario. I'll tune in.
All right, bro. I'm out of you. Peace. All right, people. It is about that time, man. I still got some other shit I gotta do. I'm fucking tired as fuck. But guys, remember, get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Goddamn it! You gotta get this book. Click the link below. Also, get the hard copy, the ebook, or the audio program, the audio book. And so I'm gonna be back on Friday. So we're gonna do this again. So if I didn't get your call now, we will get it on Friday. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to make that shit happen. So Frank Truth TV, what you talking about? You said it should be 40% calls and all this other stuff. What are you talking about? You said not trying to tell you how to run your show, but your show should be 40% of you just talking what's on your mind, 40% you talking on the chat, and 20% of you taking calls. But you're 90% calls. But that's what the show is. The show is 90% calls. You feel what I'm saying? Why is Amina Zena calling me right now? Jesus Christ. But I'm gonna call her back in a second. But yeah, this show is for y'all. That's why I have the show. This is the main reason I even do the live shit was because when I was doing the Bad Boy show, we didn't have any calls, so it's just me and Miles, going in. Then I do a whole bunch of videos of just me going in from people's, emails or whatever. But I want to talk to the people. So this show is for y'all. This show is for y'all to call up to, let me know what's on your mind so we can make this shit happen. And so you guys can hear other people make that, go down with that shit. Kenwood Drive, he said, have I ever fucked a fat girl? Of course I fucked a fat girl. Dude, when you're, I fucked fat chicks, skinny chicks, tall chicks, short chicks. I fucked, like chicks from every race, all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I've done that shit. But it's Eat My Booty. He's like, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your show, but this is how you should run your show. Exactly. Oh, it's funny. But yeah, this is for y'all, man. This is for y'all to call up, and we gonna make that happen. We're gonna talk about shit and all that other stuff. But yeah, make sure you guys get the How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day book. Also, make sure that you guys hit up the Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? Because I appreciate all you guys on the Patreon, and if you want to hear all of the Bad Boy shows, the new ones, you gotta go on the Patreon. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to hear the Bad Boy show is if you're on the Patreon. And also too, you guys gotta join Bad Boy membership, because next month, or in the beginning of November, I have my new Bad Boy program. It's called How to Get a Girl Hooked on You. So this is the cover right here. It's called How to Get a Girl Hooked on You. This shit is so fire. You understand? This shit is so on point that you guys got to join the Bad Boy membership if you want to hear this entire program. I'm gonna have a clip of this out next week, on the 1st, so you can hear it. And the game on this shit is so fucking heavy. It's redonkulous. It's insane. You feel what I'm saying? Fly Guy 860. My email is askmrlocario@gmail. If you're trying to take a chick out in BK, there's a lot of spots. Go to downtown Brooklyn, Atlantic Center area. You feel what I'm saying? You said I'm the Black Quagmire. Hilarious. But yeah, you guys make sure you hit me up on not next week, Friday. We're gonna do this again, and I'm gonna have to have Amina Zena back on the joints. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys like Amina Zena. Amina Zena's cool. That's my homegirl right there. So I will have her on the. Hold on. She said she's trying to call to get in on the show. Hold on. Let me try to have her call up real quick. Let me see if Amina Zena could call up. 646-481-3901. Let me see if she's gonna call up real quick. And see if she's could say something real quick before we get out of here. Amina Zena, you in the chat room? Call up real quick. Call up real quick before I get out of here. Is this Amina Zena? Amina Zena, this you?
You in the chat room? Call up real quick.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? You got to turn down your volume. You got to turn down the volume. I hear the shit in the background.
What's going on? You got to turn down your volume.
You got to turn the volume down on your.
I saw you.
You saw me what?
You hear me now?
You say you saw me what?
Oh, I just clicked the link. I didn't know you were doing a live video tonight.
Yeah. I was doing when we gonna do the next one again.
Whenever you want.
Whenever I want. Sure. Well, yeah, we gonna have to talk. We have to see you when you the next time you free, so we could make it happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Are you gonna write a new book called How to Fuck Two Guys a Day?
Hell no. What the fuck? Well, for the women, if you want to fuck 2 guys a day, all you need to do is go outside and say what's up to a nigga, and that's it. It's real easy for you because you're a chick. You're a chick. So there's a lot of dudes that liked you on the last stream. So we're gonna have to do this again. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to do it again because I think I give really good advice, right, guys?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
I think I'm an expert.
You ain't know. I mean, you think you're an expert?
Yeah, I got more game than you.
You got more game than me? Is that so? Is that so? We'll
You're the bad boy, but I'm the coach.
We'll see when I come through again. You feel what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand something. Amina Zena, right? She learned everything she knows from, like, if it wasn't for me, Amina Zena would not have everything she has in life. Because, I upgraded her whole mind. I taught her almost everything she knows. You feel what I'm saying?
About what?
About everything. So, Amina, she's trying to front for you guys. But behind closed doors, Amina Zena, Amina Zena is cool, though. But she's always thanking me for upgrading her mind. It's like she's like, I don't know what I would do without you.
Oh my God.
That's what it is.
You wish.
That's what it is. So
you wish.
That's what it is.
I heard you be the block, but I'm the lights that keep the streets on. That's what Beyonce said.
Please.
But anyway. That's what it is.
Anyway.
You came out of a vagina, so basically.
Right. Well, listen.
I'm in charge.
It's like 1:45 in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta go. But I mean, I'm gonna call you.
Are we still on the show?
Yeah, we still on the show. We still live. So be careful what you say because whatever you saying is being heard right now.
Oh man! For a second I thought it was just me and you.
See you. Oh,
I was about to say the good stuff too.
Oh shit! See, look, good thing I let you know that we was live because they asking me. They're asking.
You see how much game I have?
Please, what type of game you got?
I got swag OD.
Oh, please.
That's why I'm on the show right now, right?
Please. They was asking me. Did I hit it? You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to know.
Nope.
I'm neither confirming or denying that I smashed Amina Zena. Okay, so you guys can run with that however you want. But yo, Amina,
I don't talk about my sex life in public because that's not classy.
Please,
okay, guys, I'm classy.
Shut up. But anyway, listen. I'm about to shut this off. I'm gonna call you in like 5 minutes. All right.
All right, guys, have a great night.
All right, peace. All right, people. I think I just cut her off. That's fucked up. I'm not a good friend. But anyway. Listen, next Friday, I'm going to see you guys. Again, make sure you get How to Have Sex 2 Minutes a Day. Also, join the Patreon. Also, join the Bad Boy membership. And I'm going to see you guys later. Let me see who's up in the building. Let me give the shout-outs before I go. Had Easy Beats, Michael, Cobre, Kobe is up in the building. Kenwood Drive, Jermaine Jones, Explode, Frank Truth TV, Khalil Darth Tyrus, Female Pimp, Derwan Dixon, Hamad, Shakul Bell. Who else we had up in this joint? Sticky E was in the building. Shady, Ratty 922. My homegirl Amina Zena is in the spot. Ease SA. Who else we had? Who else was we got up in this piece? That was typing. I think I got almost everybody that was typing heavy. Jonathan Peak. Who else we had up in here? All right, we had a few people up in here, man. That's what's up, man. I appreciate everybody that was joining the chat. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me this late. And I will holler at you guys on Friday. Okay, so make sure you guys holler at me. And I will talk to you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Later.